Friday, you fucking losers. It's like Fuck Friday. It's like Fuck Friday, you fucking losers. It's like Fuck Friday. It's like Fuck Friday, you fucking losers. It's like Fuck Friday. It's like Fuck Friday.
Hello, friends. Welcome.
Oh, no.
How are we doing down there?
What the hell's going on?
Hey.
Good to see you.
How's it going? Oh, I like that. I think we should just go with that. You don't even need to see Pinder.
The boom cam.
Yeah.
We need to see Rhett today. Look at this Christmas purchase that Rhett got.
There you are, Dino.
Boom, you just need a Hawaiian shirt. You
I
know?
like it.
I'll get one. We'll get on it.
I got you one. You just never even...
Well, it's like
Did you look at it? It is kind of
it's
like...
big enough for a
It's a
fucking
Moo-Moo.
Honda Civic.
It was probably
He
like...
doesn't eat on Mondays. He's lean.
Boom circa 2017.
Yeah.
But it is a Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah.
And
No,
again, like it just...
I'm going to get him a Chicago. I was just going to order him a
Bears?
Chicago Bears.
That's a great idea.
Sure.
Mhm.
Gonna be here by Sunday or Saturday.
Yeah, I was that, and then I thought, well, if they win on Sunday,
Okay.
Yeah. Have it for the
and
conference championship weekend.
I'm in full support of them winning on Sunday.
We have our football picks today.
I bet a lot of teams are like, it'd be great if the Bears can pull off a win here. Thinking,
Hey, if
they're
they
all
can
good.
win, that's
I
they're
don't-
starting to
yeah.
make a statement.
Honestly, like I don't know that they like early on it was like, who they beat, blah blah, which is kind of the victim of the schedule. It's not like you can choose who you're going to play, but like they had some really really impressive wins down the stretch.
Their defense
good.
gives up so many
Just
points.
be proud. Don't just be.
negative.
I'm that's
happy
why
fan.
this is all. It's all.
It's Flat Fuck Friday.
It is.
Yeah,
It's Hawaiian T-shirt day. Might be a big day down at Saddle Dome Way Rise.
Yeah.
Lots of rumors and innuendos.
it does feel like Rasmus deal is imminent.
Rumblings.
And this show was brought to you by Bet365.
Whew. I know you can wager on the Steelers' next head coach. I don't think they have the "Where is Rasmus landing?"
That's too bad. That would have been fun.
It would have been fun. We could
We
have
should have
done
sent
it.
them a note. They could have done it for us.
Yeah.
Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary
It's
at
on us.
Bet365. Download the app today and use promo code NATION. Then we'll head over to our super chats where you sprinkle a little pepper. Was it pepper you said yesterday?
Yeah,
Some,
I'm
some
there's-
Pinder,
yeah.
a little Pinder pepper
Little
Pepper.
Pinder
in the chat. And we slide her over to the youth centers of Calgary.
That's right.
Take care of them. Some foods, some activities.
Yeah.
Our listeners and viewers do good work.
Yeah,
Helping out the
yesterday we had
kids.
what 10 supers?
Then
Whew.
Yeah.
Holy!
It was 9, and then
Yeah.
somebody's like, just
Someone had to ruin it,
and we appreciate
take
it.
it
And
to
they
the round
appreciate
number.
it.
Let's go. Let's get it to 10.
and it was for the kids. That's fine.
It's for the kids. Here in the McLeod Law LLP studios. Always feel safer in the McLeod Law studios,
Mhm.
you know? It's a tough world out there. It's dangerous. You never know what's waiting around the corner.
There are
But in
guardian
here,
angels.
Just
looking
feel
out for
like
us.
just feel so safe. And you should too, with McLeod Law on your side. McLeod-law.com. Personal, business, big, small, whatever legal assistance you need, you've got the best in the business right here in our city, ready to help you out. McLeod-law.com. Flames last night.
I'll take over here, Dean. I was being reflective last night because it's new year, new me.
Yeah, new rat,
New year, new me,
new shirt,
new shirt. Great gifts this year. Christmas, by the way.
new
Thank you.
dog incoming.
Now I'm distracted.
Flames.
It was actually pretty cool to watch Backlund score and his sister be emotional. And he was it was an unbelievable move. He playing awesome.
That was an unbelievable
oh.
because that's the type of move where you're like, man, if Backlund had a little more finish, boy, he could score more than like 16 a year. And that's like, whoa, where does that come? Like
He pulled
you're
away.
36 and you pull the shit out of your ass. This is unbelievable.
Pulled away. Actually, speed wise,
He can still skate.
made the
man.
read to knock it off the gut.
Shorty.
And And I'm quite hard on him quite often. And I felt like, geez, this doesn't do a lot wrong. Maybe you should give him a little more credit.
Michael Backlund's biggest issue is that he's been on teams where he's had to be a 2C, where he'd be, if he was a 3C his whole career, you'd be like, that might be the best third line center in the league. Like, he just is a supremely good defender. And, I thought he had a slow start this year, but he's having like a career year at 36.
He definitely did have a slow start.
He did. It was bad October.
It looked like, oh boy, he got this 2-year extension.
He looks old right away.
I think I did something like this, Jack.
Okay, go to the full one.
Mm-hmm.
Got the.
Wait.
Wait. Do you want me to hold your drink?
Hip flexor. Sign.
Hands
over.
Pass me my drink.
There you go, sir. That's your cocktail.
This is awesome. Look at
the
duct tape.
You want one? Craig, you want one? Connie, you want a drink?
Next
well,
round's
2-year deals are in. Sure, I'll take one.
Yeah.
If we're doing 2-year deals, everybody's in.
I think I did that. And now I feel like a bit of a D.
He might be the best forward, which is a total indictment on the rest of the team.
Well, Coleman's out now, right?
Well, sure.
And everybody else, Zeri's coming, right?
But
if you could transfer Coleman Backlund to a team with higher talent,
oh my God, it's a perfect third line.
Stanley Cup.
If you had Zeri, Coleman, Backlund as your third line on like Tampa, Dallas, Edmonton, Florida has a good one because last year it was like Lundell, Listerainen, and Marchand. Like, that might be the only better third line there was last year. It's unbelievable how good he's been. Like, how do you have a career year at this age? This is Mark Giordano shit.
That move was it was like,
that
why
move
doesn't
was
everybody do that? Come in and then like throw the brakes on and kind of
fakes the shot nicely.
Like that looks like it should work.
Where are you?
Love it. Very nice.
You bring yourself something? That's nice.
Oh yeah.
Strolling.
Rhett likes food. What the hell's going on? This isn't new.
Nice breakfast sandwich.
Yeah, just gonna eat in front of these hungry
for
bastards.
myself.
What the hell?
So now again, we talk about plus minus. Usually it was a thing. It's like, okay, so if you're on the ice when you score, it's a plus. The game's changed. Maybe where were you in your shift, or was there? It's not the best.
Better advanced.
What zone are you starting?
Better advanced.
Yeah. Not to throw anyone under buses, but some of the guys on the team. Nazem Kadri minus 18. Matt Coronado minus 19. Mm-hmm. Weegs is a minus 23. Morgan Frost minus 10. Igor minus 12.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a team that doesn't score a lot.
Yeah. And they're third from the bottom, fourth from the bottom. They're going to get some big minuses.
Blake Coleman plus 10. Michael Backlund plus 15.
And you want to add another layer?
Really?
Who are they playing against every night?
The top competition.
So when you have a face-off in your own zone, who goes over the boards? Like, it's wild. They're getting the heaviest minutes and have the best results.
And also, I know we're going to talk about him today, and I didn't bring it up yesterday. I kind of forgot. I guess we got talking about it. But remember, last year, Rasmus Andersson was a minus 38.
Yeah, the broken ankle he played
right, and he was talking about, I'm just eating minuses here. I got to. Last night, +1 on the season.
Oh,
so while plus minus may not be the be all end all, it's still a measurement tool and an indicator. And for all three, you can say, yeah, that those three guys certainly are having fine seasons, and that does speak to it.
You guys hate it when I say this, but I think Backlund's going to get Selke votes. Like,
I don't hate it.
It's an award and who votes on it, but it's an.
I'll say this: I'm not looking for anybody to get injured.
Yeah,
be great if he made Team Sweden.
He's not, but yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, no, honestly,
like if they get down and you're running Team Sweden, I need somebody. All right. He's probably not going to maybe not get the game winner for us. We don't put him out in the shootout if we get
checking
there.
Line center.
But you wouldn't mind having him around.
They got too many centers. That's the problem. I was looking at it and it's like Joel Eriksson-Ek is like a younger, bigger version of him. Like he's a checking.
And I mean, it depends if there's injuries, all that. Anyway, so Bax having a nice year.
Having a really nice year. Good for
you guys. I blame you guys because you're the advanced stats guys. I shouldn't have been so hard on him. I didn't know he was crushing it.
Yeah, no one brought that up the last.
So it's not my fault. 2026. Let's carry on. I'm still killing it.
Yep.
Knew you. He probably him and Coleman have been the best two forwards. Like, I don't know who else to put in the conversation.
It would be very hard to.
I'm thinking, and I'm like, okay, look, Zeri had an awful couple months. Has been really good right now. Kadri had a hot start.
That's
He's awful
duty
right
of
now.
Being good,
right? And so everyone else has had the spotty. We don't know what we're getting. And meanwhile, you have these two guys in their mid-30s that are your best forwards.
It is kind of like the back in the day when it was, well, Sam Bennett was their best player in the playoffs. It's like, yes, he was, but they had players who definitely should have been their best players in the playoffs.
That's
I didn't do the thing.
Here's the issue I'm having. It just pops in my head. And
Friday is Hawaiian Shirt Day. So if you want to, go ahead and wear a Hawaiian shirt and jeans.
If I don't do that, then it's all kind of, so I apologize, guys. Jeez.
Yeah, it's Hawaiian Shirt Day. We all know that. That's why we've been doing it for years.
Fair enough.
You were saying something.
Back to you. No,
it popped into my head, and I feel like I don't want to say it, but I'm gonna. Maybe we shouldn't have signed him and just traded him.
I think the reason that deal got done because he wanted to stay here. That he had no interest in going.
Because
he knew.
I gotta think that there's teams out there going, if only I could get my hands on this Backlund guy.
What's he making? Peanuts?
We could use a responsible center.
Like Christian Dvorak just signed like a 5-year deal at north of 5. Like centers are getting paid here, and this guy's going to be hitting at 3 and change. Like,
yeah, and he doesn't complain or whine. And if he's your third center, I'll go do that at fourth, whatever.
And they finally slotted him where if Frost and Kadri were what you wanted them to be, he is your third line center this year. It's just those guys. Kadri's been good most of the year, rough patch. And Frost is just meh.
We're complimenting.
He's having a great year, and the cast around him hasn't been that good, aside from Coleman.
Yeah,
you know what? Yeah. Now I am mad at Backlund. This is all spinning around. Go upstairs and kick Conroy in the shin and tell him get his S together so you could be playing on a playoff bound team.
If he wanted to do that, he didn't sign that extension this summer. That was the deal.
Well, they were close. They believe.
Yeah, we'll get to the insider hotline.
God, that smells good. Hope you're enjoying it.
I don't know who this guy is. Just some
you've heard of food delivery, right?
Vagrant off the street.
Right here for us.
Clearly, you're not Uber because you're keeping it for yourself.
Crystal Waters, Plumbing and Heating, your crystal clear choice for home comfort. 23, 24 years of doing this, over 30,000 projects. Maybe you're a homeowner. You need some help with your home. Maybe you're a home builder. You need some people you can trust to get the job done. That's your reputation at stake. You can trust Crystal Waters. Your crystal clear choice, 403-219-4100. Check them out at crystalclearcalgary.com. To the insider hotline we go and say good morning to Darren Dreger, TSN Hockey Insider.
Bienvenue.
Good morning, Dregs.
Good morning. How are we today? Everything
well,
good?
We're in slight panic because Twitter X was down, and we're waiting for you to tell us, you and LeBrun to tell us what's going on. So we're in a state of flux.
Is it still down? Is X still down?
I think it's up.
It's in and out. It's been tough this morning.
I don't frequent it as often as I once did. There's just too much nonsense and garbage on there. So Now, you know what? Obviously, you want to get to all the speculation and what's percolating around Rasmus Andersson. That's pretty obvious. That's a hot topic, not just in your market in Calgary, but across the National Hockey League. And I mean, unless something is changing as we're having this conversation, there's nothing done yet. There is nothing done yet. But I can tell you that, trade conversation around Rasmus Andersson most definitely intensified as yesterday progressed. And, I think that's why we're hearing and seeing some of what we're hearing and seeing. And, this isn't a simple trade. For obvious reasons. He's an expiring contract. And so whatever the dance is, if they've narrowed down a team, and I'm going to be careful not to mention the team that I believe is probably most interested, just because I'm not 100% locked in on it.
Okay.
But when you're on an expiring contract and you're a player of this significance, I mean, isn't it pretty obvious the agent would have to be involved, and there would have to be conversations taking place as to what an extension looks like, potentially a sign and trade. What does that look like? Mm-hmm. And then you work out, and maybe you already have the parameters of what the return is for the Calgary Flames, and you're okay with that if you're Craig Conroy, but a deal first has to be made between the new team and the player to make sure that all of those pieces fall into place. And I'm not certain that that's what's gumming it up, but I do know with impeccable source as of last night that everything that was being speculated that this thing had legs of getting done in the very near future is legit to a point. There were many who were maybe mildly surprised that he was played last night.
Exactly.
Which,
I was going to say it. Sure.
Yeah.
The vibes sure seem to be that, okay, he's playing. Well, it's maybe not, but it does feel like that's, we're tea leaves. You know more than we do, but it kind of has the vibes that the trade, the framework of a deal is more or less agreed upon in terms of players. It's now maybe is Rasmus signing an extension.
Yeah. But look, Craig Conroy's not an idiot. Let's give this man the benefit of the doubt and respect that he deserves. He's not putting a piece like that in the lineup if it's right there at the finish line. He's not doing that. I mean, what did he play? He almost played 27 minutes last night for the Flames.
They're not protecting him. They're playing him.
I mean, so when you're that close, historically, you know that they just hold players out. Or, I broke a signing last week, the James Reimer signing, while the Ottawa Senators were getting clubbed over the head by the Colorado Avalanche. I mean, deals and stuff happens while games are going on. And it's not unthinkable that if you're Conroy and you get to that place with the new GM and the agent is on board, where you hold that player out for the second, third period. I mean, we've seen that, not often, but we see that. So the fact that he played almost 27 minutes, now the clock is ticking. We're looking at tomorrow, right?
Okay.
What's happening tomorrow?
So Dean said it perfectly. We're reading tea leaves. You have actual really rock solid sources and talk to GMs. Just from what I've garnered in terms of like what we're hearing, whether it's rumor or real.
Yeah.
Boston sounds like they've made a legitimate offer. We've heard whispers of Detroit. It's a perfect fit for Dallas. Can they make it work with the money on an extension? That seems to be the challenge there because Robertson's an RFA this summer with 1 year away from you. Ottawa, apparently a bit of a dark horse here. They could use an upgrade on the right side. Vegas is a fit. And Carolina never seems to be out of these things. Are we missing anyone? Or how would you handicap that field?
Yeah. I mean, I guess Leafs Nation would go, what about Toronto? And we know the history of Brad Treliving trying to acquire this player. But when this thing was kind of growing legs yesterday, I checked with my Leaf sources and they didn't seem to have any idea that anything was elevating specific to Rasmus. So that tells us that they're probably not in the mix. Now that was yesterday. Right. Yeah. And it's relatively quiet right now, but it could also be the calm before the storm. So, Tree likes to gum things up. That's part of his swagger as a general manager in the National Hockey League. So maybe he jumped back into the fray. I don't know. And I've heard Pinder, basically what you said, I've heard the same thing with all of those clubs. Okay. I have. And no one this morning from the majority of those teams is denying their involvement or their level of interest. I guess historically, I want to drill down and focus on the Vegas Golden Knights, and not because this is inside information and I'm kind of covering my tracks. No, that's not what I'm saying. The reason why I would put them at the head of the field is because look at the deals that this guy makes, Kelly McCrimmon. Look at the deals. And he has the history, with Noah Hannafin and go down the list of
Tomas Hertl last year, right? The Hertl thing came out of nowhere.
Well, they also have the benefit of being in Vegas, great city, great fans, and great taxes. So when you talk about extension,
doesn't have a first round pick in 26, does have a first round pick in 27, 28.
Yeah.
Other pieces that could be attractive in Calgary, of course. I would never, and until someone from the Vegas Golden Knights that I trust says, no, it's not us, then I'm going to keep keeping an eye on the Vegas Golden Knights just because history tells me that you have to do that. They're in a business collecting good players, and Rasmus Andersson definitely qualifies as that.
If you need to take a little social media timeout or text the GMs and break this trade on our show, we're fine with that, Drex. Just let us know. We'll give you two.
Okay. Well, hold on. I just got a text here.
We'll play some music, or Rhett's a juggler. He'll do some party tricks.
He can sing Christmas carols any month. He's really good at that.
Yeah. I'll say this: we were just kind of talking about it, and I kind of looked down and I saw you're in the room there. But if this deal goes down and Rasmus, in fact, has played his last game, it has shaped up as well as you could have hoped for Craig Conroy and the Flames. Rasmus Andersson said at the start of the year, this is not going to be a distraction. And you said it, it's a contract year, so he's going to play well. But the guy is, from what we could tell, healthy, has had one of his finest seasons. We talked about it. Minus 38 last year. He's now a +1 player. He's playing 23, 24 a night. His goals, he's
had the fight the other night.
He's going to have a career year in goals and probably points. I guess that'll depend if and where he goes. But he has delivered in the best possible way for the Flames.
Yeah, I agree with that. And did you guys ever buy that as this thing continued to drift forward, that the notion that he would extend in Calgary was real or legit?
I mean, I would say very, very a non-zero chance, but I just thought it didn't match what they're trying to do, and the market was going to be so robust.
If they were in a better position in the standings,
that would
changes
everything.
Yeah. So I would tend to agree with that assessment. Although somebody I trust, who is close to it, told me yesterday that it still wasn't, it wasn't a dead issue, that there was some plausibility to it happening. Right.
That's the track record here.
Yeah. Yeah. But that was early in the day, and then as the day evolved, the trade talks intensified and got to the place where it feels like we still are today. I was comfortable, and I said it on air at TSN last night, that there wasn't a deal that was going to happen last night. Can I say that as firmly today? No, I can't say that. I can't say that. And mostly because, again, they've got another game coming. There's another game looming as early as tomorrow. But according to our sources, there's still a lot of work that's being done, around the entirety of what would make this trade happen.
So the rumored ask is a first and a ready-to-play prospect, like someone that's just emerging as an NHLer. Does that check out with what you're hearing?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. And I can't remember where I read it, but I thought somebody tweet the specifics of what they believed the Boston offer was?
Yeah, I saw Jimmy Murphy in Boston saying Lowry in a first, and I'd heard some whispers about Lowry as well. He's a big left shot D. They don't have a lot of left shot D, like it's Ball and then young guys in Hanley, and they're stacked on the right. Rasmus is going to be gone, but you still got obviously Uyghur and Bristevich and Parekh and Pahal and Muse is a couple of years away at Penn State. Like they got lots of righties coming. Yeah,
and look, I happen to be a fan of Lowry, but it's pretty evident that Marco Sturm doesn't see him as the player maybe I think he could be or might be with a little bit of time. So as soon as I saw it, and I appreciate you acknowledging Jimmy, because I couldn't recall who actually posted it, but I read it. I went, okay, that makes some sense. And then if it were to happen that way, it would be a great opportunity for Lowry. It would be, because I do think that he's a better player. He's just jammed up in Boston, right? But if it were that simple and that was a deal that Craig Conroy could live with, it feels like it would be done by now, unless you've got Don Sweeney grinding with Claude Lemieux and they can't get to that happy place. But I mean, it feels like that's the latest, fellas. I wish I had more to give you on that. It feels like that's
just out of personal interest, because we kind of have talked about Rasmus the whole time, and then you start getting into more details of it. And then last night, Tucker signs in LA. And I'm like, is that what happens with, with Tree calling it? Oh, wait a minute.
I was just going to say the same
thing.
Right?
Like it has some similarities where it's like, hey, Conroy's going down a path and he throws out that last, hey.
You've got these GMs that think they're shrewd and they're like, I say, and then, so are you going to trade?
Wow.
I hear it's close. Well, I mean, you got to give us a call. We're involved.
Here's our best
offer.
That
kind of bullshit.
Okay, you're just solidifying my argument as to why I'm just keeping my powder dry here, wondering about Vegas, because that's exactly what McCrimmon and the Vegas Golden Knights do. They let all the noise build around, and they let social media do its thing, and you build up hype in Boston, and you build up hype, and maybe it's Ottawa. Geez, maybe Tree swoops back in, and then the big swing and what comes in from LA and goes, okay, we've let you guys piss around and muck around on Tucker. We're coming in with 60 large times 4. Who's topping that?
Yeah.
60
Jeez.
schmil. That's what we're giving you. Is that good? Will that work for you?
You okay with that?
Done deal.
Well, you want short term? Here's short term. Boom, more money.
Well, and it's
With
also
auto windows after what, year 2? Like that deal is just bonkers.
Yeah.
And Jays fans, I can't wait to see ownership of the Blue Jays come out. Oh, we were in it. We were in it right till the end. Yeah, sure you were.
that's what the Jays are. They're the sounding board for where those guys want to end up and when they go to LA. Well,
Yeah.
the Jays are going to give me this. Okay, well then we'll give you that.
Yeah, Mets too.
I
right?
love
The
it.
Mets
I'm
got
not-
the big wallets.
Yeah, I love it. I'm not being critical of the Jays. They're coming off a wonderful year, and I was a fan, but I'm sitting there going, when the LA Dodgers are just kind of looking around and going, okay, let's everybody just turn blue in the face, exhausting themselves, and then we'll come in and we'll get the player because that's what
They've
we
been
do.
down at the beach at vacation, just chilling out. All right, I'll pop into the office here this afternoon.
Just got that done.
And then meanwhile, you've got Bo Bichette who says, okay, all right.
Perfect.
Yeah, well, my deal just went up another 50 mil.
He just
so
signed.
we're
I don't know
good.
if you saw it. $43 million
Out-
a year to the Mets. Like that's huge.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah,
Huge.
Bo was like, "Thank you
That's
very
considerably
much."
more than Vladdy on a short-term deal. And
Yeah. And
the
everybody
money's crazy.
groaned at the Vladdy deal, right? When
it's
it
looking good
happened.
now.
Yeah, it looks
Out of
great.
all those teams too, and what you talk about with Vegas, that contract and the tax and the actual take-home money is
Yeah.
probably
Yeah.
it does matter nowadays.
Maybe you get him at 8 versus 9 and
Boston, Detroit, no good. Ontario's not a great tax. Carolina's a decent tax state, I think, but
Yeah, extension might be tougher there.
Yeah.
I just
Dallas is friendly on taxes
Dallas
too.
is friendly. That's the only other.
I think
Well,
it's-
hey, okay, again, Vegas. We did the regional Leafs game. It was the Marner night, of course. First
it was
time
unbelievable
against-
last night. The last 10 minutes, Dregs, holy
Yeah.
shit. That was the best game I've seen all year, I think.
Well, but you could see it happening, right? And,
Yeah,
and
big time.
you know, I'm on set with O'Dog and Brian Hayes and James Duthie, and when they pulled their goalie, we're looking at that allotment of talent, and we're like, well, they're going to score, like it's it's inevitable. And
Even had
then
one
they
called
scored.
back.
Yeah, they score with 7 seconds left to extend it into overtime. But doing the pregame and watching Marner walk into the building, I don't know if you guys caught it or not. He's got the Tom Cruise early day flow going. He's got the shades. He's coming in out of the sun, pulls the shades off, walking into it's like Vince McMahon, just the old swagger.
You know what it is? It's like these guys in Vegas. Like we all have vacations, and it's like, oh yeah, like I'm in vacation. Those guys just live in vacation mode.
Living it,
Yeah.
man.
They don't have snow boots. They don't have winter tires. They don't have a heated garage. They're fucking living on vacation.
Yeah, it's awesome. I love it. What
Also-
else you got, Boomer? Come on,
Well-
throw some hard balls there. Let's go.
No, we've talked a lot about, obviously, you can imagine. It's like the Rasmus, does a deal get done?
Yeah,
Probably. He's a UFA.
yeah,
He's going to want big money, that sort of thing. The other ones that seem a little bit further away to me are the Blake Coleman and Nazem
Yeah.
Kadri. They've got deals for next year, and that Coleman's hurt right now, but until last night, leading the team in goals, 13. But still, for him, it's tremendous. They for the most part, have had fine seasons. And I know Pierre was on one of the podcasts out in Ontario talking about Murray Edwards, and he does not want to rebuild. He wants to kind of adapt on the fly or whatever. I don't want to put words in his mouth. And I think for some fans, they think, okay, the Rasmus deal is done. Okay, so now it's Coleman, and would you try? I don't feel that way. What's your sense on whether is this a domino effect, or is this just the impending UFA and that business is done and that's probably it?
So, look, I can appreciate what Pierre was saying about Murray Edwards, but I feel like, and this would already have happened by now, Craig Conroy goes to Murray and Maloney and says, all right, as general manager, here's what my plan looks like. And he's going to have to sell them. When you're moving pieces like Anderson, potentially Nazem Kadri, you've got to have a plan in place. And I don't think that Edwards would actually pound his fist on the table and say, we are not going into a rebuild. It depends on how we want to define the word. I think the days are gone, to be fair, of teams taking it right down to the wood and going through a 5, 7, 9 year rebuild. I don't think we're going to see that again anytime soon. So you can retool and you can renovate and you can change and transition on the fly. So I believe Andersson, of course, will be traded. I think there's a strong chance that Nazem Kadri is traded. I do. And, I'm looking at teams that could use a little bit more help up the middle of the ice. Could a return trip to Colorado be possible? I think it's possible. If Colorado just all of a sudden moves a couple of pieces and don't get a whole lot back, then my antenna is going to go up on what might happen with Kadri. Pierre has linked interest from the Montreal Canadiens in Blake Coleman. And I can understand that. I know that Greg Conroy is fielding a ton of calls with interest in Blake Coleman. But guys, at the end of the day, you've got to have players who are going to help you stay competitive and maintain the culture of your organization. And I know that Conroy and company, the Flames as an organization, feel deeply for Blake Coleman and Michael Backlund. So is either player untouchable? No. But if we're talking specifically about Blake Coleman, and if it's interest from Montreal or any other team, you're paying a premium. You're overpaying to move that player out of Calgary because that's how respected he is by the Flames.
It's interesting with Kadri because he had been playing very well, and you still see him; he's involved. But after last night's game, it's now it's quite a drought. It's 1 point in 12. Still leads them in scoring despite going cold for 3 weeks. But the optics look like it's not the same Naz as before Christmas.
Can I add to that? Just our GMs, is it that bad that a GM that knows the history of Nazem Kadri doesn't know what he's getting? Like, is it so bad that are we watching Nazem and going, "You're done,
No,
it's over," or are we watching Nazem Kadri going, "We're not very good, and I'm having a hard time going, and yes, it's not going well for me," and a guy that looks like I need a fresh start? It's not helping Conroy ask for more. No, but he also knows what he has, and so do other GMs around the league, right?
Yeah.
Like, has it gotten to that point where it's people are absolutely not interested? I mean, you said that.
No, there's interest. Confirmed there is definitely interest in him. What does he got left? 3 years, 3 years after this year? Yeah. So maybe you get creative in that, and if you think of the teams that again could use at least a balanced second line center, and I think he's still capable of that, despite the fact that the numbers haven't been there of late. I think he's capable of that, and he would be motivated, to go to a contending team. I think you get that, but when I say you've got to be creative, I think you have to be willing to accept that. All right, let's bank on this guy for the remainder of this year and the next 2. And then we got to find a way to unload them for that 3rd year. And that's not always easy. But I think that's why if you want to look at teams that are either right on the edge of being a playoff team, Naz would prefer not that. He'd prefer to go to an established contender like Colorado. I mentioned maybe Dallas. Dallas has got Jason Robertson to wrestle with contractually, as he's expiring at the end of this year. But, they've got money to play with, right? Because of injury, and they have a need at center ice. That might be a little bit too much for them because of the term with Kadri. But I know there's interest. And maybe if Andersson, if you get exactly what you need for Rasmus Andersson, I mean, you're not selling off Kadri at a discount price, but maybe you don't feel like you've got to hit the grand slam with both guys, right?
Yeah.
Maybe you can be a little bit more flexible depending on what is actually being offered.
Yeah, my fear with Kadri here isn't like, oh, you've got to get this huge return. It's like you don't want to be holding the bag when he's 38 because he's worth something now. Even if you have to eat some money, maybe you get a little more. But there's a very real probability that he's an unmovable asset very soon. And for a team in a rebuild, you're going to look back and say, man, we could have got assets for that guy. And now it's like, he's 38. And like, there's not many players that are good at 38. Like probably less than 5% in league history are still functional at 38.
And it's supply and demand, fellas. Like, we could probably rhyme off 10 teams in the National Hockey League that need a centerman, right? Yeah. Now, some of those teams have drifted into oblivion. Like I think of the Vancouver Canucks. Well, he's not going to Vancouver.
Right.
I mean, but what about a team like the Montreal Canadiens?
Yeah.
You know, they're still very much in the playoff conversation. They've got a real sexy prospect pool, you know, of kids that are right there ready to be NHL players. The problem that Ken Hughes might have is, okay, where's Michael Hayes?
Yeah.
How far away is he from being an NHL player? But think about this. Like, again, if you embrace what I said a minute ago, and you think of Nazem Kadri being really good, or at least good, for the next 2 years, maybe that's a real nice transition window to allow a young player like Michael Hayes to come into his own. And then in 2 years, maybe he's ready to be number 2 center in Montreal. I don't know. But those are the things that keep me up at night, is not just the obvious information that I know to be rock solid and sound, but you look for the fits, right? And that's, frankly, I'm kind of opening my playbook here a little bit. That's how, guys like me end up breaking news, is nobody just hands you the information. You got to connect the dots. And so you look at the clubs that would have that type of need and what they have coming, and then you narrow the list down based on what I just described out of Montreal.
Man, Colorado would be fascinating, because Brock Nelson's on like a 40-goal pace, and he's their number 2 center. If you could slide Nazem as your 3 and push Jack Drury to your 4th-line center, like they're already
you're
like
loaded
gap between them in second. But like that's how you really say bleep you. Like,
and doesn't that make a lot of sense,
second,
Ryan?
and 3rd-line center than almost everyone?
That makes a ton of sense to me. It does, and again, those are 2 teams that I'd keep an eye on if we're being specific here to Naz and what might come his way.
Yeah, it's going to be fun, and not just kind of moving even past the Flames players. Which teams think, you know what? It's been a while since we've been able to do this. Buffalo, the Islanders, Detroit, some of these teams that are like, we're done getting kicked around.
Yeah.
We're in it. Let's make a push. Maybe we don't win it, but for our fans and for the guys in the room and everything, let's spend some picks. We've been drafting for years.
Yeah. And again, if we want to wrap up the Calgary conversation, that's fine. But if you're Conroy and management there, you have to pay attention to what other teams are doing. And the sellers market, which, trust me, is growing this week.
Yeah.
It grew this week because teams are in their scouting meetings, right? So they're sitting in their boardrooms and they've got their whiteboards up, and they're looking and they're projecting all the needs of the other clubs around the National Hockey League. So that's one whiteboard. Then their whiteboard includes all of the pieces that they're willing to put in play. And trust me when I tell you that we're not even, as insiders, we're not even scratching the surface of the players who are potentially in play, right? We're not. And what is St. Louis doing?
Mm-hmm.
What is St. Louis doing? There's Robbie Thomas rumors that have percolated all over the place, but he's not alone. There are going to be other pieces of the St. Louis Blues that are going to surface here, whether we find out about it or not. So Conroy has to be cognizant of that, because you're having the trade conversations with the team, but all of a sudden a player pops in from another team to the team that's doing the shopping that you weren't thinking was going to be available. And now all of a sudden you become plan B or plan C with the assets that you were hoping to move.
What is going on in St. Louis? They make the coaching change and make a statement of, when a guy like this comes available, you go get him. Was kind of their explanation of getting Montgomery, right? Yeah. Comes in, does a hell of a job. They should have beat Winnipeg. They blow it at the end of the game. And now they're very similar to the Flames. Or is that just when teams that get on a roll and feel good one year they aren't actually that good? Like, I don't. Yeah, it's odd to me. Because if you turn around and point at the coach, it's like, well, he just motivated
the savior.
I thought last year this was the guy that got you going.
Yeah, I think you described it perfectly, and I just don't think they're very good. I don't, and I think that Doug Armstrong can see that. Again, use the R word: either rebuild, renovate, retool, whatever. But he can see that that's what's needed here, and he's had to go to that ownership a couple of times, under his leadership as general manager, and get owner there to buy in, and it's worked. I mean, they're Stanley Cup champions, so I am not calling out Doug Armstrong in any way, shape, or form. I'm just stating the facts, and that is, as a GM, at times that can be difficult to do when you've done it more than once with your ownership group. So his level of frustration is high. He made the coaching change, hoping that that would make a difference. I think that he expected that some of the younger pieces were going to take another step in their development, and that hasn't necessarily changed. But let's again visit. This is something that I often think about too. When you've got a talented, skilled young player like Robbie Thomas potentially in play, don't you ask yourself why?
Yes.
No, why is that? Why is that? Like, you know, you would think that he'd be a piece that the Blues feel like they could build around.
Yep.
And, you know, that, again, according to our sources and teams who believe that this man, Robert Thomas, is available for trade, that's the first thing that comes to my mind in asking questions. Why? You know, I mean, Kevin Shoveldayoff, after his media availability, when he talked about adding scoring, just said to me point blank, he goes, the problem with wanting to add scoring is, especially with a small market team like Winnipeg, you want players who have proven they can be productive players at some level. It doesn't always have to be at the NHL level, but preferably are under term. They have term left on their contract. Who's trading away a productive NHL forward under term? Nobody. And, you know, Robbie Thomas hasn't been as good as they were hoping or expecting, but this one's still a bit of a head scratcher for me.
Want to get an update on Dougie Hamilton. He's back in the lineup in New Jersey. There was some thought he would not return at any point. Is this kiss and make up, or are they buying time?
Buying time for sure. I think that there's been enough water under the bridge on this that he's going to get traded. You know, whether or not that happens in season, I don't know. Maybe it drifts into the off season. Hey, there's interest in Dougie Hamilton. You know, we talked about the teams interested in Rasmus. Well, you know, some of those teams would duplicate and have an interest in Hamilton, but not at that price tag. You know, so how much is, you know, are the New Jersey Devils willing to retain? And it doesn't sound like they want to retain at this point. It doesn't. Well, then I think you're kind of stuck. So, you know, he's not a terrible defenseman. You know, by his standard, he hasn't been as good this year, but his underlying numbers aren't bad. And in fact, they might be as good as there is, you know, on that Devils blue line right now, to be fair. And then they pop him back into the mix. I didn't buy Sheldon Keefe's explanation that, okay, Kovacevic is back and we need to get him up to speed. And the truth is, we're just deep on that side. So, okay, let's just scratch a 20-minute defenseman. Like, come on, you know, so
7th in the league for shots and defensemen. Like, I mean, that's still Dougie Hamilton.
And then he steps into the lineup, gets a couple of assists, had an assist the following game. So he's not the problem there. But yeah, I think that enough has happened between Hamilton and the New Jersey Devils where if he can get yet another NHL reset, he'll be happy to do that. His wife is, I think, from the New York area, which explains why he would have kiboshed the San Jose trade in the offseason. But now that he's had a look at the San Jose Sharks with Smith and Celebrini and how competitive that team is, you know, maybe he can convince his better half that, yeah, you know what, Cali isn't that bad. San Jose is not a bad team. Let's see if we can get that back online.
We can always move back to New York.
Sure.
We can always move back.
Yeah, why not?
For a few years.
Terrible taxes, both states. That's irrelevant. So we'll have some sun. Don't like it.
Napa Valley every couple of weeks. Sure. Not a bad thing.
You might enjoy it.
Yeah. And chances are, babe, if you go to the ATM, it's going to spit some dough out for you. Regardless of the tax situation. Like, it's probably NSF. What does that even mean? That's probably not happening.
It's a credit limit, not an issue on the card.
Going to be just fine. All right, Dregs, we'll let you get out.
Oh, let's drag it out in case something happens.
Okay,
I have one tidbit.
Right.
Linus Ullmark returned to practice. He's on the ice in the Suns today. Just a quick note on that, and then we'll let you go.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all. I think that, well, what I was told was they were hoping to have him back in the crease as early as next week. And so that aligns. If he's back on the ice, they'd want to get him at least a couple of practices and then go from there.
Thank you.
Okay, boys.
Go Bills.
I was going to say, football this weekend?
Yeah, you know what? You guys don't want to hear it. It's not embarrassing because it's so cliche. What is the day? It's day 16 of dry January for me.
No, I'm sorry, buddy.
I know.
Send some
And
examples.
what I've learned is, I guess I'm not as big a football fan as I thought I was. The Sunday afternoon pub day with my buddies,
Yeah.
it's not the same with the fake beer. It's not the same. It's not.
Well, speaking of which, it was the days leading up to Christmas, and I was going through the liquor cabinet just to kind of, okay, well, let's get got people coming over.
Inventory.
My wife was like, Grand Marnier, like what even is this? It's like, what is this for? I'm like,
Delicious. That's what it is.
My sources tell me it's delicious.
Yeah. Just not bottle after bottle after bottle.
Right.
It's a sipper and occasional sipper.
Very nice. Thanks, Dregs. Have a fine week, buddy.
Yeah, you too, fellas. Thank you.
There you go. Darren Dreger, TSN Hockey Insider here on the Crystal Waters Plumbing and Heating Insider Hotline. Can't say enough about Crystal Waters. Their guys are the best. It's quick. It's efficient. It's the best going. It's
Professional.
When something goes, like I say, it truly is one of those things. Oh, there's something wrong with the hot waters. Yeah, Crystal Waters.
Yeah.
It's just peace of mind. They'll be there. They will repair it. They will replace it. They will do whatever needs doing. And it's nice having that in your back pocket.
Lickety split.
That's right. crystalclearcalgary.com is the website.
Does anyone else have any trepidation? Is that a good word? Like
Regarding the Rasmus or
yeah, that it hasn't happened and now it's starting to drag out. And now it's like, well, are you holding this up?
It feels like
an
it's
LA situation.
I feel like it feels like it's dragging us because we've been wanting this all year, but the deadline's in March and they want to get this done by the Olympics. It might be ahead of the.
I just feel once it starts down a path like this, that
if it's not done by Monday, it's going to feel weird. I'll say that.
Kind of Markstrom vibes. Remember
yes,
that's like, okay, it was. Yeah. Oh well, he decided, he was asked if he'd waive and he would waive. And then it was this. And then, I guess, he's starting tonight. That's kind of weird. Yeah. Kind of, I don't
think it's that far.
I don't think it's that far.
Yeah.
I'll say this, and you kind of like, trade his ass. I don't begrudge Rasmus for, if you want me to sign an extension, you're essentially taking away my July 1st privilege.
Yeah.
I'm going to think about it.
Oh,
I understand that the Flames and Colorado, that this package is really great for you guys, but I'm not going to take the next 7 or 8 years of my life and just kind of, well, okay, I'm not going to be guilted or pressured unless this is something I really want.
I guess. I just feel like that, well, I don't know. Maybe the conversation wasn't handled to teams that he would be interested in re-signing with. Like in my head, I'm trying to think. I'm Rasmus Andersson, which I'm not because I can't skate or handle a puck. But I would have had a conversation with my agent. I know what I want to make.
Yeah.
Like, so if Conroy is like, hey, is it Lemieux?
Yeah, it's Claude, his agent.
What about Boston? He should have an answer.
I think the answers were probably there. And now what's happening is, okay, I know that Connie's happy with 2 or 3 teams deals. And the agent's saying, where can I get the most after-tax money? We're talking.
I know, but that should be simple too. I don't. Maybe I'm crazy.
I just think they're conversations that take time, and this is what we're probably dealing with the last 48 hours. Like, okay, this team's saying no move. This team's saying yes, but there's higher taxes here. These guys here, they want to see maybe more money shorter term. Like, the second round of negotiations is happening. I believe there's a lot of best offers on the table that Connie's happy with. And now the agent's job is to negotiate with the new GM on an extension. And you make a good point, Dean. Like, Rasmus Andersson's never been close to the open market in his career. He signed a massive extension out of entry level, and a deal that was incredibly fortuitous with the Flames at 4.55. That's probably somewhere around half of his market value. And for one time in his career, he may have the chance to go to market. It's a big ask to just say, oh yeah, go extend. Now there's probably places he knows he wants to extend. So he certainly knows what money he has, but there's always that, like, I wonder what would happen on July 1. Like when all this, that team thought they were going to get this guy's traded. Oh, there's more cap space now. We'd pay 10.
And especially if it's one of those things where I would go to Team X. And Team X is involved.
Yeah.
But right now it's Team Y because the package is better for the Flames. It's like, so Team X is not going to, If I don't sign an extension, July 1 comes
I
around,
control it.
Team X is going to be there again. They're
Mhm.
still interested in me.
Mhm.
I'm not sure I want to sign an extension to Y, knowing especially now that Team X is in.
And I think the Team XY offers are contingent on extensions. So that's why one of the first things Dreger said is this is a complicated transaction. This is not an easy trade.
I'll
There's
say
lots of
this
moving
for the
parts.
Flames, and if you're Flames fans, you hope that there's an extension because it just means a better return.
Yeah.
Oh, you're
Yeah,
after
so-
without
Yeah,
it.
I think
If
for
they
all
don't
parties.
get it, if he doesn't, well, I keep going back to is the return worth it? If so you're like you said, I want to go to Team X. I'm Rasmus, but Team Y is the team that the Flames want to send me to.
Mhm.
I don't want to go there, so I'm not going to sign an extension.
Right. Or there has to be 10 there, something absurd. Yeah.
What?
Something they say no to.
I mean, sometimes, yeah, like sometimes there are teams where it's like, well, Buffalo will give you 12. I don't want to.
Yeah.
Like there might be. The point I'm getting at is when does the return for Rasmus Andersson, because he does have a lot of say in this because of this extension thing, when does the return become so reined in that they turn around and go, well, screw it, we'll sign you?
I think what you're hoping is happening
Because
here. is
Dreger
that-
said that up till yesterday was a part of the conversation, didn't he?
well, there's people surprised he played last night. That's how close this.
No.
thing can be.
What I'm saying is that I feel like Dregs, remember, concussed a lot.
Yeah.
Said that he asked us, did you think there is any chance still that he might re-sign in Calgary?
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, yes, but only if the team had been. And I think he was saying that if we played it again, that he was hearing up until yesterday that this
Still an
was
option.
still an option.
Yeah, and it is. Yeah.
Yeah, and you wonder to that is, I would say we're still $2 million a year apart,
Yeah.
but I like
would.
Calgary.
Yeah,
I
but
would
if you're
stay,
not okay, let's put that hat on.
right,
All right, Craig, what do? We're $2 million apart, and you're only getting a player because I'm only extending in Vegas. And whether Vegas knows it or not,
Yeah.
You're describing the Hannafin situation, which was really tough. And I think what actually is happening here is you've got a list of 4 or 5 places that Rasmus is okay to extend with. And you've got,
how do you know that?
this is my feel on it.
Okay.
So, because again, when we talk to them, it's like Boston, Detroit, Dallas, Ottawa, Vegas, Carolina, Toronto. Like, I'm sure he's not extending in all those places, but I'm sure Craig has a list of more than one team of where Rasmus wanted to go. And the way he talked about this transaction in the summer was, if this is going to happen, there's clearly places he'd like to go, and he knows that that's going to be good for both sides. 3 parties win if this deal gets done the right way. It's an extension for the team that gets him. It's a good return for the Flames, and Rasmus goes somewhere he wants to go and gets the long-term deal. I think that's what they're working at right now. I don't worry as much as you do about sort of the doomsday scenario of, well, there's a great package here, but he won't extend there, and he's only going to go here, but they're offering shit. I don't feel like that's what's happening, or I don't. If it was, I don't think it feels.
It's not
so hot.
shit. It's just not.
It's less.
It's the. Okay.
And again, this is all just feel.
yeah.
But the
it's all
tea leaves feel like if what you're describing is happening, this isn't close. You've still got till March 6th.
That's why I'm saying I'm getting trepidation because it hasn't completed. It
Yeah.
feels like if Vegas was involved and Rasmus had said he wanted to go there and Craig was excited about it,
Yeah.
all these rumors are out there.
And maybe that's today, right? We don't know.
sure a lot of smoke for there to be.
There's so much smoke.
It's
If this wasn't close to a deal that makes everyone happy, there's not this much smoke, is my feel.
So if it's
which is why I wonder if it's Rasmus doing the. Is this where I'm going?
Rasmus might have said, I'm going home to talk to him. Is he married?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
His kids.
I'm going home to talk to my wife.
Yeah.
And to be fair, like you always say, these conversations probably have all happened in the summer. It's
Well, and
just-
they're traveling today.
Yeah.
They
They
spent
stayed
the night in
over?
Chicago and fly home today.
Party.
it's good for them.
That's my understanding.
So
anyway,
they're on the ice
so-
at 1 tomorrow. That's interesting.
So maybe they're in the air right now. It's
Yeah.
like, who knows?
It wouldn't be
That seems dumb to me.
to stay there.
I said
They've done
it the
that
other-
before, right? The last game of a
Well,
road
it's an
trip.
hour earlier. It's really not that
They
far.
stayed
Fl-
in Nashville.
yeah,
again.
they've done it.
Trip.
It's not. I'm not the sleep doctor.
It was
But
the
if
end
I
of
was,
that
I'd be
Florida
better
swing.
at Sorry.
No, like it's odd, but I'm sure they have reasons and they know more than we do on this stuff. Although I would like to see Rhett in that chair.
How many doctors do you think you could replace?
Thousands.
Come in here. So what do you do? Sleep? Get out of here.
I
What
took-
are you doing?
Your nutrition?
What was
Outta
that?
here.
What was
Outta
that? Melee in Argentina? Is that where that guy was? Where he brought out the chainsaw, the new president. He's like, "What's this division? Shove her down. You're going. What do you guys do?
You're
What?
out of here.
Out." Yes,
That's
I'd
right with
clean
the-
house.
the
Murray, you want me to save you some dough? I'm in. Hey,
You heard you.
There's the Pike here. They changed their scheduling scheme this year, mostly staying over after road
shut up,
games.
Pike. Who cares?
That's good insight. Thank you, Pike.
Thanks, Pike.
Really?
That was me pushing Pike in front of the bus. I'm sorry, Pike. It's my fault.
Dean knew exactly what he was doing.
Oh, that's kind of went rough for Pike. I had no idea that would
Pike's familiar with how the show rolls.
have been happening there. Hearing Loss Clinic, hearingloss.ca. Bobby, how's your hearing?
Huh?
Yeah, see?
Jesus, Bobby, get in
I'm
there.
tired of people not paying attention, not looking after their ears. It's all you got. Once it's go, I mean, come on now.
You only got so many senses, Dean. You want to keep them all in running order.
5 locations in Calgary. There's the Chinook one over by the old mall there, McLeod and Glenmore. 5 in BC. There's no excuse. And as we sit here, we're all getting older and that. And,
God damn it.
well, gosh, it's my you feel it when your hammies are tight, your back's sore, this that. You don't know when. I have less hearing today. I'm hearing less than I did 2 years ago. You don't have that kind of. There's no gauge for that. That's where the Hearing Loss Clinic can come in. They can help with a lot of things in life change when you can't hear.
Socially.
You're watching television. It's like, why is the TV so loud?
was-
Is it loud? I had no idea. Yes, it's very. Why? Geez, why is the radio? What are
Were
you
they
listening
concert?
to in here? Yes. How loud are your headphones? What is going?
Mm-hmm.
It's a thing. Studies show health risks like dementia, depression, others linked to untreated hearing loss. Whether you need better hearing protection for the workshop, wherever you are. Maybe you got in the wood. You're a cobbler.
You're
Building those.
that Argentinian
You got a planer,
president that's chopping with the chainsaw.
That's right. You need some better ear protection, musician molds, in-ear stage monitors, and just more than anything else, kind, thoughtful, and brilliant people to help change your life. Hearingloss.ca. Book an assessment. You go in, it's like, oh, well, everything's fine.
Perfect.
Great.
Peace of mind.
That's the desired outcome, I would think, more than anything else. But if there's something that is just not quite right, then you're in the best hands possible. Hearingloss.ca. Can't say enough. I'm going again.
Good.
It's time. It's
Get
been
a
a couple
tune-up.
years.
Grab that guy. Take him with you.
Huh?
Oh, Bobby.
See? Didn't hear me.
Didn't hear a thing.
No.
Yeah. Oh, he's so focused. He's watching.
Probably writing.
He's watching Rasmus highlights.
He's got his burners. He's
Tears
making
are
up
rolling down his face.
Rasmus
Broken
trade
right up.
rumors, spewing them out onto socials. Insider with 6 R's.
Yeah.
Rasmus to Edmonton.
It hasn't been a flat fuck Friday at all.
What's wrong?
Just too much emotion.
Yeah. Yeah, this has not been a late, just kind of
No.
mail it in Friday. We're very on top of
pins and needle.
yeah. Jack's yelling at me. Can you get your computer out? Because Dreg said I can't do this. Jeez, Jack, stop yelling.
Give me your picks, Warner.
I'm sorry, the Steelers.
Not in a bad mood.
Steelers aren't playing this weekend. I'm sorry.
Not.
Did you not eat again
Are
yesterday?
you fasting, Jack?
No, I ate. I had a steak, a nice steak with some eggs.
Fancy boy.
Oh.
That's his go-to, I'm noticing.
He's a
Steak.
carnivore.
I've
Carnivorian.
really gotten the steak and eggs going.
Any time of day or
Usually around 5 o'clock.
Carnivorian, eating once a day, fasting on Mondays.
I'm locked in, Retro.
attaboy. Attaboy. I feel like I could maybe pull off the noodles deal more than the whole day.
Yeah.
I can do the 8-hour block. That's when you do your eating. The rest, you're not eating. No snacking. Just
The writing was on the wall early, around lunchtime on Tuesday, that this was not going to happen for Dean.
yeah. It's not.
You're like, but I'm hungry right now, and you're tomorrow? No.
Because I feel like you want to have a good base. You want to have a good meal on the Sunday if you're fasting on Monday. It's like, I'm awfully hungry. What'd you have yesterday? Well, I had like a handful of nuts and a banana last night. Well, that's not going to be enough to carry you through till Tuesday at lunchtime. You an idiot.
It'd be heavy ketosis.
Yeah. Or something.
Into the red.
Well,
Yep.
yeah.
Let's get this deal done so we can stop.
Yeah.
Right? Like just
in.
Then we can start getting upset about the return and be like, who is this guy?
I have to drive down to Saddle Dome Rise Way.
Yeah.
he used to be a forward in Russia. What?
What is he? The best player not in the where?
Oh no. They said he's a center?
Well, he was a righty, and then his hand got chopped off.
Oh dear.
So now he's a
That's not ideal. It's the Pinder Report, friends, for our good pals at Village Honda. Gosh, it feels like spring out there, but it sure isn't. This is the psychotic Calgary winter. And what you need is what they've got up there with their winter-ready SUV event. 4x4s, all-wheel drives, the vehicles you need for our schizophrenic winters here in Calgary. Check the inventory at villagehonda.com or get up to the Northwest Auto Mall to get yourself into the left front seat, the driver's seat, Dean. Take one for a test drive. Let's go. We start a Flames Nation where everything is Rasmus. Anderson, Rasmus, Anderson, Rasmussen. Andersman, Rasmus, everything. This from Pike. Flames want this done before the Olympic freeze. So does Rasmus. That's being widely reported. We're also hearing that there was even some shock. He played last night in the finale of their 5-game road trip, suggesting this thing is close to across the finish line, or at least it was. We'll see. As for the insiders, here's Pierre LeBrun. Things have heated up on Rasmus' front. Wasn't held out last night, but since his talks have intensified, let's see where it goes over the next 24 to 48. That would believe us from this morning. So they play at 1 tomorrow. We asked everyone yesterday. We'll redo the poll. Yes or no's. Is Rasmus traded by puck drop tomorrow? Jack?
No.
Dean?
I'll say yes.
Rhett?
I think.
I'll stick with what I said yesterday.
Which is yes.
I don't know.
Okay. You did say yes, but many concussions. I'll switch my answer. I'll say yes now. Jack and I both switched. We're wishy-washy.
No, I said no.
Boom
Yes.
said no yesterday.
We're all in the yes.
So everyone flipped
Yeah.
except
Rhett
Rhett
doesn't
I'm not
remember.
flippy floppy.
You just don't remember.
I
so
hate
he doesn't-
pancakes.
Yeah.
Waffles preferred?
Yeah, probably.
Don't be waffling on this one.
Rank it.
Yeah.
Pancakes, waffles, French toast.
Rhett?
I don't eat any.
I know you don't.
I'm going the opposite of how you said it.
Same.
French toast, waffles, pancakes.
Ditto.
Jack?
And now I'm not talking about no.
Because I'll just say I'm the same way. I'm French.
I'm no
French
GD
toast.
Wonder Bread. I want nice.
Yeah.
Texas toast.
I'm pancakes 1. Pancakes 1, French toast 2, waffles 3.
You know what that speaks to? I'm not going to criticize him.
Sounds
You know
like-
why?
Feels like a criticism.
Because he's a
coming.
fucking infant.
See,
He's a child.
I'm
We've
glad Eric
allowed him
didn't
to
insult
speak.
him.
it's nice that you didn't take a run at him.
Appreciate you
Sorry for swearing.
easing off there.
Yeah.
That's what the kids would say.
And I feel like the least consumed of the three is the French toast.
Correct.
Sleeping on French toast everywhere.
Yes.
It's so good.
Yeah.
God, yeah.
Gosh.
Mhm.
Because pancakes, it can be so heavy. And a lot of them, unless you drench them in syrup, it's like it's dry.
It's a
as
vessel.
dough. Just gross.
Yeah.
The waffle, okay. Which is because it's
I
crispy,
would
but
rather
yet,
use a pancake to make a sandwich than
Yeah.
just eat the damn pancake. And I don't want that either.
Mm.
If you made the pancake, oh, now I'm on to something.
let's go.
If you made the pancake and then you had a nice cold cut combo,
Mhm.
some cheese, maybe a little spicy mayo in there,
Mhm. And the aioli.
and then butter, and then you panini press that
Shit, yeah.
That's
with a
sweet-
bowl of soup.
That's a sweet bread. That's
Huh?
beautiful.
And what if you put some kind of seasoning or spice in your batter before you make the pancake?
Ooh.
Some Pinder pepper.
If you put a little Pinder pepper in there.
I think.
Pepe. That's what they're going to call me.
Yeah. Something like that. They call you a lot of things.
Sorry, Jack.
Yeah.
That'll be the nicest I've heard.
But yeah, the waffle, crispy, but yet still somehow nice. If you eat it fresh, right? It's still going to be kind of nice. Like
texture is
soft,
phenomenal. Yeah.
soft in the middle. And then the French toast. It's light. You don't need to smother it and slather it.
Getting some protein in for Rhett with the egg there.
Eggs.
Yeah. Back to me, Dean.
All right.
Flames Nation, we've already seen them right up on a potential Boston trade, a potential Wings trade, a potential Stars trade, a potential Vegas trade. Well, add it to the list, a potential Ottawa Senators trade.
No chance.
I agree. I feel like it's probably one of his 6.
You wasted your day, Pike.
Poor Pike.
Well, I'm just he's
Pike's
doing
up
his
at
job.
5 a.m. publishing this article, and you're
Pike's
just running
doing
them
research and writing it. We see the headlines like, bah.
No, he's doing what it would look like, but it ain't going to happen. I'm not going to Ottawa.
over. You can read the article.
talking about
Coming up tomorrow, what could a Rasmus Andersson trade with the Okotoks Oilers look
I
like?
love Tyler Dice, the team he's got going down there.
You
Joey
got room for him?
Cugino's boy. He wants to bring up that blue cheese pizza. Oh,
Good stuff.
shut the front door.
All the insiders are saying this is something to keep an eye on. We could play more and more and show more and more, but it's just right now, this is hot. We'll see if it cools off or if it gets done. Meanwhile, Matvei Gridin, not recalled by the Flames. It's hunting season. Dryden Hunt was up last night, but still good news. Off to the All-Star game.
Boy, kid.
Hey, man.
Nearly
You're an all-star. Get your game on. Get to something.
Go play.
Yo,
Get
man.
late.
You're
What?
an All-Star.
Something with the yeah.
French toast. Better
better
than
than waffles.
better
Worse than pancakes.
Yeah.
Put some sausage on it.
Where is the All-Star game? We should go.
You don't want to go. It's in Rockford,
Okotoks.
Illinois. It's in Rockford,
Okotoks
Illinois.
Oilers are
It's
hosting
in Rockford, Illinois.
Rockford?
It's a dump.
But the Bears are there. That's close to because
Soldier?
Chicago's in Illinois.
Yeah, it's about
What
a
a-
2
from
hour and a
what
half
I've
to
been
2
told.
hours. I think it's a dump.
You remember the Rockford Files, Jack?
No.
James Garner?
He was dead.
I have no idea what you're talking about. The
Good. Back to
Rockford
you, Ryan.
Thanks,
Files.
Dean. Back to me. 19-year-old's having a great year, almost a point per game as one of the younger players in the league. Good for him. Make some trades, move out some wingers, call this kid up for the spring. Let's go. Come on, Connie.
Yeah,
Get her done.
we brought his
Yeah,
name
right.
up yesterday, but
Only because it was hunting season.
that's right. Go get him, Hunt.
Bottom 10, let's take a look. Tough night in the inverse standings to the Flames.
Not good at all.
Winnipeg had a win. You had 31st. Right there in front of you.
Locked
Right
up.
there.
Ugh. Now all of a sudden you're in a tie with St. Louis.
Well, and you're not far back as Chicago.
That's
That was
a
a 4-pointer.
proverbial 4-pointer. God
They didn't look very good. That Chicago.
damn it. Can I get a goddamn it, Dean, please?
I suppose. I mean,
God damn it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We'll have to do a tankathon at the end of the show today, Jack. Don't forget, please. Thank you.
right. Yeah.
Mentioned it. Now it's your fault. Some finals from last night. Let's get to it. Man, the Sabres are legit, it looks like, fellas. That's a win over a very good Montreal team.
Just as a side note.
Yeah.
Tage Thompson, I believe, had 5 points last night.
3
He
and 2.
is so good.
How'd they get him?
Ryan O'Reilly deal.
Oh,
Yep.
just saying.
They also got a first rounder in that deal that looked like he could be first overall in January and ended up being 32nd because the Blues won the Cup that year. Tough.
Josh Doan, another goal and an assist.
He's been so good. Better than you
Sabres-
could have imagined,
Yeah.
right?
Sabres
Wade.
15 of 17, 8 wins since the Christmas break. Only Tampa has more.
I thought his dad was
Wow.
overrated and his kid was underrated, but
Yeah.
they're both good.
Shane taking strays. Shane Doan, overrated. I'm Rhett Warner. Join me on
Nicest
Barn
guy in the
Burner.
world.
He is the nicest
Really nice, hardworking, does everything, fights. Overrated.
Like the sweetest guy.
The nicest guy
upstanding
ever.
citizen.
Yes.
He actually said nice things to me when I
Oh,
retired.
Rhett,
Yeah.
Take that back. Can you take that back?
Kind
It
over
was
it.
a joke, and
Take-
he
take
knows
it
that
back.
he's a
Take
good
it back.
Western Canadian boy.
Dan the Man's got the Penguins back on track,
God, Jack, you got to be
After-
so proud.
soiling themselves against Cooley on the weekend.
I
They
can't-
got-
Now-
I can't decide. Are they good or bad? I don't know.
They're gonna be
Oh,
ninth
weird
in
for a
East.
Pittsburgh fan. to
Yeah.
be indecisive.
The Flyers have lost 5 in a row now, outscored 25-9.
And Vladar left 2 games ago.
Yes.
That could be an issue.
This
Oh,
Sam
just-
Urson,
Yeah, Erson's
he's
not the
no
man.
good.
No, and they got a big Russian as
Your
well.
kid could
also.
play.
Oh, he should play like last night. He's
Yeah.
in.
Shut the door.
Kolosov, I think, is the other guy. He's also not there yet. Big, young, not good yet.
No bueno.
Sharks get a big win. 3-2. Celebrini made a play here, fellas. I'm going to show you after we get through the scoreboard here. Unbelievable.
Oh, hurry up.
Unbelievable. They beat the Caps. Canucks putting a clinic on. They are just perfecting the art of looking like dog shit. 4-1 loss in Columbus. Seattle loses in Boston. Jets keep winning. That's a big win in Minnesota.
What's going on with
4 in a row.
Wow.
Minnesota?
Wild have lost 5 of 6.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're going to need to make another deal. Other finals, the Utahs are rolling a bit as well. Vemelka, I think he was obviously only allowed one, but very good there against
26
Dallas.
saves.
The Stars kind of mucking it about a little.
And if you think Vemelka was good, you didn't see Ilya Sorokin, who was sensational against the Oilers. 36 save, 37 save, 35 save shutout. Just tough to go up to the Hippo Tank. You're thinking, oh, it's the old rematch of the early 80s finals.
Well, the last goalie to pitch a shutout in Edmonton for the Islanders was Billy Smith in the
Holy
83
shit.
finals. So
That's a while ago.
Been a while.
Again, we talked about him in the futures for the Vezina.
Billy
5
Smith.
shutouts leads the league
Yeah.
for Sorokin.
And it's weird. Like I modded up to Dregs. It's just the Islanders are a team. They're middle of the pack and they're in a playoff spot in the East. They are 4-1-1 in their last 6. The kid is unbelievable in the back.
Unreal.
And the goalie's great. Why not?
Yeah, it's time.
Why not?
And the Leafs blew 4
Thought I had
2-goal
that bet.
leads. They were up
Thought I had
2-1,
that bet.
3-2,
Yeah.
4-2, and 5-3, and could not close out a win. It was the second in 2 nights for Vegas, but you felt the tilt in the third. Vegas, no question, was going to find a way to get this game to overtime, and then they won it. Marner, Stone, Dorofeev, Eichel, all excellent down the stretch. It was only a matter of time that they were going to win that game.
I've got a Warner whiteboard to come up after.
Excellent. Great stuff.
From this game last
I wanted to show you the Celebrini play. This is a goal against the Capitals last night in a Sharks win. They remain relevant.
there for a bit.
Stole his wallet, texted
Yeah, like
his
right
girlfriend.
there, you're
Yeah.
going to go right on top of them. Maybe the Boston Crab, whatever. But you're going to do something.
Figure 4.
Golden Knights, the Marner Bowl. So this is overtime.
These old TVs are tough.
It is tough, yeah. So we can watch it, but it'll be you can go, Jack. It'll be when they show the
Offensive guys will cheat for the offense. There is no question who has control of this puck and that your team may get it and throw it out.
yeah. You don't think Austin's waiting there? It's like, oh, we're close to a turnover. I'm going to be sprung on a break.
There has to be
100%.
some hockey sense and read too. I'm going to cheat it a little bit because I think my guys might be able to get it up to me.
And Eichel's probably thinking the same thing. I got to make sure that I don't lose Austin behind me. But then he sees, we got the puck
We
down
have
low.
total control.
Yeah.
I really like this defenseman, or if it's the defenseman with
Yeah,
the
that's
swinging
Morgan Riley.
stick.
One guy's trying really hard. It's kind of like that
Oh,
French
you'd be
toast
mad.
waffles pancakes. Who's trying the hardest to least hard?
Well, Vegas is.
I love that. I mean, Matthews isn't in the shot and does not
He's a full zone behind. He's on the
take
blue
a
line,
hard
Michael's with the
stride
red.
the entire way.
Talking
Stone.
about Stone's the captain.
Oh, shoot. Sorry. I thought you were talking about Eichel with the finish. My bad.
But so there must have been something there.
No, there's
Obviously,
nothing
Matthews is
there,
injured.
but-
You can see there. It took a huge blow behind the net.
Injured, eh?
From Eichel. Eichel crushed him.
This morning, good news for Sens, and that just these fools in their basements on the internet, these trolls, these sad people making up rumors. Well, we can put all that to bed because Linus Olmark's back with the Sens.
He back.
He's back. Tonight's games, we'll take a peek. Play the game. Not a lot of games tonight. Friday's usually pretty light.
Yeah, I'm not watching tonight.
You're not watching? Too much going on, eh? Cronwell? Was he a Shark? No. What am I thinking? Wings Sharks.
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
Need you here, Dean.
Wings, Sharks.
Oh, there's a ton.
Mike Ricci?
Larionov.
Yeah, good. Okay. Panteros, Canes.
Brett Henneken.
Thank you. Tampa St. Lou. Pat Maroon.
Yep.
Nashville, Colorado. Wedgwood.
Yep.
And Ducks Kings.
Don't do Perry because we just did that one.
Yeah, that's right. Ducks Kings.
Do they play every night? What's going on? Feels like we're constantly.
Ducks.
That's going to be a good game.
O'Donnell.
Yeah, Sean O'Donnell.
Yeah.
Great pick. Well done, boys.
Mhm.
Flew through it today.
Did O'Donnell play for the Kings?
Yep.
Yeah.
We're
I
good.
played against Sean O'Donnell in the old forum.
Red, if you were forced to watch one of these games, what would you watch?
Last one.
Like
First
the time.
one. Last one.
Yeah, I'd be into Florida.
Actually, there's some
Carolina.
decent games.
Yeah.
Florida, Carolina would be all right. Nashville's trying to play, and,
Yeah,
and
trying.
Colorado's worth watching on their own.
And
Tampa Bay's won what, 11 or 12? In a
They're
row?
going to beat St. Louis by 1,000 goals.
Yeah, they're going
Yeah.
for, I think it's 12. 11. Yeah, it's
Holy.
franchise record anyway.
Without point.
I
Without
watched
head-
Sean O'Donnell eat pizza without a shirt on in front of me.
You okay?
I have, well, it's still a memory.
Did
So
you
I
faint?
guess
Or
it's
you
not
all right?
completely gone. Outside the Ducks visitors room, both of us wearing headsets, waiting to conduct the post-game interview.
There's
and
good pizza.
Plowing pizza.
He's got some pizza going, and he's good enough to join me. So
Yeah,
we're kind of waiting for. Listen, this is Hall of Famers. Peter Marr, Mike Rogers. They're giving us some good analysis at the end of the game.
Post game.
I feel like maybe they didn't hear the Boom's got Sean O'Donnell. Boom's ready downstairs.
Sean O'Donnell at ice level.
Because it felt like maybe they were stretching, but they were going into some really good analysis.
Mhm.
So I'm standing there with my microphone, and O'Donnell is there. It's, you know how you can sometimes have a conversation without saying anything?
Mhm.
I'm here with Sean O'Donnell.
Second piece of pizza comes in.
Just evaporating it.
Yeah. It's like,
How was the interview?
oh, it was great.
Yeah.
Pepperoni there, Sean? Yeah. Back to you guys.
Yeah.
It was worth it. It was worth it.
They're always good stuff when you.
I
go to
tell
the
great
athletes
stories,
post-game.
eh? That's my Sean O'Donnell story.
That was
Sweet.
almost like who are the actors that don't do sound?
Mime artists.
Mine.
Yeah. That's my Sean O'Donnell in a glass case.
Mhm.
I was hoping
Story.
for more. I was hoping he was like right loaded up at the McNutt bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
I'm not sure
He
he's
came
ever
with
been.
the Stanley Cup, and you
Yeah.
wouldn't believe. No, it was just pizza in the hallway.
I blame Mike Rogers. Go ahead, Ryan.
Didn't he fight Iggy?
Mike
Oh,
Rogers.
yeah. Sean would fight guys. He's-
Yeah. I kind of remember.
Iggy would fight anyone, man.
Yeah.
Holy. NFL weekend. It's a big one. Divisional weekend. 2 of our 4 teams respectively remain. Rets Bills alive. Dean's Bears alive. Lines are shifting a little. It's still Denver -1.5, same as yesterday. Seahawks was 7.5. It's now just an even touchdown they're laying. Going to be sunny and nice in Seattle. Meanwhile, Houston goes to New England, still 3 there, and it is going to be cold and miserable in Chicago. They get 3.5 at home, making them the only dog at home this weekend. Staff Daddy. Probably the reason that they're dogs, but I like the Bears. We got our picks later.
Nice.
We'll talk about that further length. Major League Baseball breaking news this morning. Bo Bichette, 42 or 43.
A lot.
Too many millions of dollars. Hey, look, they had a good offseason. You can't have everyone. No Tucker, he signed with the Dodgers.
dropped
No
the
Bo, he
ball.
signed with the Mets. They do get Dylan Cease and Yamamoto from Japan.
I'm not as optimistic as Ryan ever. And I'm also sick of being second fiddle.
They were definitely second fiddle on Bichette and Tucker. They were not second fiddle on the top free agent pitcher on the market.
So Pinder.
Yeah.
It's just you can't say they don't win when they literally went and got the best pitcher available in free agency.
Nobody else wanted him.
Right. That's why he's the top guy. They knew he was going to do it. Huh?
Remember the top guy that came here, the best player outside the NHL?
This guy was in the majors last year, though. That's the difference. Yeah. Roman Chervenka. He's going to play at the Olympics.
Good.
Can't wait to see it.
Olympian.
The Dodgers are spending money at an alarming rate, fellas. An incredible rate, Harry. So the Dodgers are over the top luxury tax threshold, or the competitive balance tax, as they call it. His $60 million salary will cost the Dodgers $126 million because they are into the tax, and it's every dollar you spend, it's like $1.10 you pay tax on. The amount of money they're spending is absolutely incredible. Though just Tucker alone with the luxury tax, more than 11 teams' entire payrolls. And it's a murderer's row 1 to 9. There is a really good race developing for who the second best team in baseball is. The Dodgers need to move up to a better league. It's insane. Their payroll sits at $413 million. The entire AL Central, that's 5 teams, $573 million.
Yeah, it's a lot of dough.
Like we used to call the Yankees a bully. This is another level of
Wish I was
outspending
a
the opponents.
Dodgers fan.
And again, like I don't really pay that close. Then there's the deferred payroll.
None deferred here, but they've got tons deferred on Otani and other guys.
Like how much money they're
Thought it was
just
$1
kind of.
billion in deferred.
Yes, it's billions.
Yes, it's quite something, and it all stems from their TV deal. They get over $300 million a year for TV before they sell a beer, a ticket, a jersey. And it's LA.
Don't hate the
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
The game, hate it.
They're not going to be boring to watch.
That's what I say.
And they've won 2 in a row if you lost track over the dark winter. That's a good baseball team. Better today than it was yesterday. Let's get to some dumb shit. Would you play this game? This is an interesting one. Canadian water skiing. Ready, in or out? Let's watch.
I'm in already. Love it.
Today we're going Canadian water skiing.
Hang on, man.
All right,
We
here we
got
go.
the those studded tires, Dino, you think, for this ice, or what are we doing? Got the tow rope, hockey gear.
Well, this is deceiving because they've sped the video up.
You're fun.
Well, no, I just want to know how fast are you going.
Well, I need to know the velocity of the player.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'm the stickler for details.
That's exactly what you crushed me for. It's brilliant.
You're right.
That's a lot of water they used. They must live on a lake.
This might be on a lake.
Oh, maybe.
Well, this isn't.
That's not a lake.
Yeah. Where is
A
this?
marsh? Is it a marsh?
Could be some wetlands.
Boggy. It's very boggy.
What jersey does he got on there?
Muskeg.
Looked like a Raptors
A
jersey.
Rebiggle?
Does look like a Raptors.
Ontario?
Is that a
something?
I'd do
Colorado?
that. Because I can always you like that when you're tubing and stuff, Dean, or water skiing. What do you
How your shoulders like in
let
that?
go of the rope? Don't hang on to the rope. You get in trouble? Let go of the rope.
That's right.
Drop the rope.
You could really smoke a tree going
Didn't
that
drop the rope.
fast.
Jack,
Yeah.
with your capabilities, yes, but I'm
Let's go to another game. This one's stupider, and I kind of like it even more. This is the mousetrap on the floor, blindfolded guy with a whip, and the guy with the squeaky chickens on his feet and the harmonica in his mouth. Here we go. So if he breathes heavily, it's the harmonica, and his chips, it's the chickens. You've got the mouse traps as the weapon. The audio's great too. Dean, thoughts?
okay. That's enough. No,
That's enough, Rhett?
I feel like that's probably we got the point.
There's no winners here.
No,
But it's
there's
entertaining.
There's no ending. There's no.
I've seen the ones where you have to have the harmonica and you take shots in the shins or whatever.
Mm.
But hey, listen, they made the Pinder report.
Watch the pinky here. Oh God, that hurts.
But see, I feel like there's some setup there where he's like holding his hand in a certain way where you could. But again, it's the audio, the rubber chicken
It's
and
quite
the
sad.
harmonica.
Yeah.
It's good audio.
And then the odd smack.
I'm not happy that we're back to
That's tomorrow at your house party.
I am not happy that we're back to this stuff.
Now we've got rumors that the shoveler does not have an alarm. She wakes up naturally. She does not set an alarm. There's no.
She gets woken up.
That's right. So we've got the video here. This is some sort of contraption.
This is the worst.
Brad.
You're back to being terrible.
Sleeve monster farting on your wife. That's just tough stuff.
No.
Tough stuff.
Come on, be better.
AI is crazy.
Jack loves this stuff. Boomer, Jack and Caleb, those guys.
Like
they love
we
this.
literally
Stop,
haven't
babies,
had
they love
this horse shit for
Jack
months.
said it's Friday.
All
Read
of a
some
sudden, it's
supremely
back.
dumb stuff, and I
'Cause
said
you,
yes. You are
by the
right.
way,
Yeah.
How
got me
you
back
and
on
your
track.
the kangaroo BS.
You got me back
oh,
on
you
track.
had to.
I was wavering.
You
and Dean,
opened the door.
I'm sorry. If in fact I am to partially to
If
blame,
this-
then
now you had led us to believe that maybe there was a little pushback or some
You have
trepidation
more?
surrounding the Rebiggle t-shirts.
I had some
yesterday.
deep thoughts about Rebiggle last night.
Yeah.
I'm not happy with you, Pinder,
Okay,
putting us in this situation.
you have put us in a situation.
I put you in a really good spot. to have interesting conversations.
Like I'm back with Walker again.
But this is AI. Look at Red still in the hair.
So was this yesterday? When did you? Because
Wow, he finally, Don said, you know what? You guys are right.
We should have a big laugh at this.
See, I love that. You know what?
Lean into it.
Lean into it. Have a good laugh, and then everybody, it disarms everything.
That's right. It's like
You could have
noodles.
called Don and said, listen,
It's
we're
noodles and
doing
razor
this in
again.
jest here.
Just having some shits.
Just
and
having some
giggles.
fun, guys.
So, are you all right with it? But no, you just ram it down people's throats.
That's your Pinder Report this Friday, January 16th. Enjoy your weekend. Should be a good one. Good luck to all the kids still alive in SO Minor Hockey Week. And if you are looking for a vehicle that does not make you feel pain in the winter, oh, this good car. Remember Jack 2 years ago? He was just dying.
Poor Jack.
This S-Box, I gotta, you know what he did? He called our boy Anthony. He got sorted out at Village Honda. He is winter stress-free commuting to work now.
That's right.
Nothing but bragging come from Jack in reference to that.
Yeah.
VillageHonda.com, the Northwest Auto Mall, your dealership for life.
Yeah, we came up yesterday, I think, when we were talking, or with Noodles the other day. Anthony was like the wolf. It's like, you got a situation?
Oh,
I'll come in and take care of it. You should just call me.
just call this guy.
Just call me. I'll
Done.
take care of you.
Yeah.
What do you need to? Okay, good.
Yeah.
Jack's
So-
like, that was great. You got the wolf.
Shit, why don't you just tell me the wolf?
You told me Anthony's good? Oh, you told me Anthony was good. I'd be just fine. Just fine. Can we see the one highlight from last night? We've talked a little bit about it. And I'll say the cut of Kevin Ball's jib.
He's playing physical.
He's
He's
getting a little more. I mean,
It's getting cocky.
you're a big fella.
Use it.
You can use it.
Starting to use it.
Well, Huska heard us talking about him, so Huska told him that you should do that.
Yeah, and it's not always about big punishing hits, but be aggressive in front of the net, this and that. I mean, if there's, I guess, well, all right, if there's a chance to take the ball.
You know what? No. It is about big punishing.
Well,
hits.
yes, I
Run
know.
the shit out of guys and make them scared to play against you.
And this was in the late stages of the second last night. It's got some Corey Sarich
It
vibes
does have
to
some
it,
Sarchy
huh?
vibes.
It has Rob Blake vibes for me.
Is that a cannonball? Is that a wrecking ball? I don't know what you call it, but
I
it's
like that. Nice. Yeah.
it's
Good.
impressive.
Can use that.
And Rob Blake absolutely did this to Clark Wilm.
Oh,
Wilm said that the air left.
Checks where guys go ass over tea kettle, and then there's those hip checks.
Yeah. Sure.
Cronwallian.
And if you again watch it, it comes to a dead stop.
Bang.
It's as if you ran into a parked vehicle.
Ouch.
Clunk.
Clerk.
Are you okay?
I found it funny too that Fairby fought, or poor Murphy had to get up and fight when he had gotten winded. He's
You
like,
needed
Oh,
a-
are you hurt? Good. It's go time.
give me a half beat. Yeah. Okay. I'm good.
Yeah.
Didn't look like it was happening. Then it happened. Also, while we're on the topic of last night, just Kenzie Baker's having a tough year. He is doing anything he can try to do to help. And the offense hasn't been there. He
how's your ankle?
was punished blocking shots last night and continued to come out there and take more shots.
My kid and I were like, oh, that.
Right on the knobby of the ankle.
He took one in the
That
kind of that
that
midriff area,
MFer is throbbing on the flight home.
and that
Like,
shot off the left foot.
That's going to take some brown liquor. General anesthetic.
No fun.
None. But he's a
He's a
warrior.
battler.
He's a battler. And while, things maybe aren't going right offensively, this guy's giving you everything he's got.
Yeah.
Or get out of the way.
Maybe you're trying to win that game. That's the damn problem.
Get out of the way.
If I block this shot, we might pick 5th overall, not 4th. Ah!
Very Pinder-esque of you there. The one thing you can control is getting the goddamn game. Well, you don't need to block that shot. Just get out of the way.
Mackenzie,
Come on now.
trust me.
Macker.
Football picks.
What?
Football.
For
picks.
real.
We
Big
have, what did we
weekend.
say, 7 games left?
Yeah,
Total.
sadly. And like over a month because they draw
Yeah.
this thing on, drag it out. You get a bye week in there. Brutal.
Not ideal.
Brutal.
Bet365, official gaming partner of Barn Burner. As we get into it today on our Friday, game props, player props, totals, the money line, whatever your bet is, it's never ordinary at Bet365. It's not endless, but it's virtually practically endless. The different things you want, same game parlay, you want to go in, pick different things, you look around.
We're just doing points.
What
bets.
a weekend. What a weekend it's going to be.
Can't wait. Left to right, I'll start. This line moves from 7.5 to 7. That might have been just enough to sway me. I think Seattle, comprehensively a better team, and the Niners just lost Kittle, and it's in Seattle. Statement game coming off by. Don't know why I like Denver, but I like Denver. I think they're going to be a tough nut for the Bills to crack. They're complete. We'll see what Bo Nix can do. We'll see if they can run on that Bills defense. Houston, I like with the points. That defense, they don't have to put up 14 tonight, but I don't think CJ Stroud's going to look as bad as he did last week again. And I'll take the Bears at home getting the points as well. Rams, Chicago winner. Southern California softies, I'm taking the Bears and the points.
Well, Ryan's a poor friend, always has been, always will be. Buffalo plus 1.5 because that's what you do for your friends, for your team.
Doesn't have his John Elway jersey on today.
That half point is a big deal. I was hesitant with San Fran, but I'm still going to do it. They got good D. They're grinding. They're winning. Well, just cover. I don't care who wins the game. Just cover. Houston, I want to win, and I love their defense. If Houston wins and the Bills wins, 100% guarantee I'll be in Houston next weekend.
Ooh, 100%. That's what he said about being in Denver this week. Wow. That's exciting.
Yeah.
Because that'll be great. And I love barbecue.
Yeah.
And as a good friend would do, you'd support your old Boomcat team. The Bears plus 3.5. I actually like them with 3.5 points. They're at home. What are we talking about?
Yeah.
Nice, man.
Worry about that hook. It's like they're trying to, that's extra half point. Here's where I'm going. The weather. You told me to check the weather.
Yeah.
It is going to be absolute, like, no good, windy, snow, cold, wind.
Chicago cold.
In Chicago. So I'm going to go with the under. 48.5. It feels like that's still a high over-under if the passing game is going to be affected by wind and that. So I'll take the under. A little chicken there, but yes, I'll also that. I'm with you 100%. Losing the half point, San Fran, I still feel like, but you know what? San Fran doesn't seem to get too affected by certain things. I was impressed with them last week. McCaffrey looks to be healthy there, and I'm gonna take the points.
Okay.
Buffalo, Denver. Same thing. I feel like the Denver offense isn't great. Josh has to do it himself.
All himself.
So I'm going to go under on the 46. And then I'm with you. That there's something about this defense feels like kind of legendary stuff. As good as Drake May has been, he's young. They're coming of age. But to your point, if Stroud is not horrendous, he's a little better.
Yeah. Happy feet McGee there.
Then, take the 3 points.
Jacko, you get somehow picked 5. There's 4 games.
Attaboy, Jack.
Yeah,
Let's go.
I didn't take 6 last week, so I'll take 5 this week.
Okay, let's do it.
Even it up.
I appreciate that. Team player.
You're welcome.
Team player.
I'm on San Fran this week. I saw Darnold's banged up.
He is a little banged up. He's going to play.
Questionable. He's going to play, I guess. But
ribs.
we saw this game a couple weeks ago. It was 13-3 Seattle. I think San Fran puts up a better fight. I'll take them plus 7. And then I'll take the under 45. It feels a little high. I feel like this is going to be a low scoring.
Well, going off the last game, it's
all bouncing back, is what Jack's saying. Pendulum will swing.
Bounce back. Red, I'm on your Bills.
Attaboy,
Josh Allen is the best player
Hey!
left in the
There,
playoffs. He's
there.
going to will them all the way to the finals.
best quarterback left.
Best quarterback left, best player left. Houston traveling to New England. Houston has the best defense I've seen in a long, long time.
Mm-hmm.
I think they outright win this game in New England. I will take them plus 3. And then Chicago and LA Booms Bears.
You want the weather forecast in Chicago, boys? Listen to this. -7, winds up to 50 kilometers an hour.
There's a lake.
Scattered flurries in the afternoon.
Which is when, that's
That they play at 2:30. Like this is going to be potentially snowball,
Smash the
cold.
under.
Well, that's the thing. It's 48.5, which is why it's like,
Yeah, it feels high.
that feels really high. What
Yeah.
don't I know that they obviously know, but it feels a bit.
And I feel like the Rams, they've kind of been on the downtrend. Like they haven't impressed me the end of the season. That last week against Carolina was a little too close, so I will take Chicago
And
here.
both teams are very happy to run the ball.
Very happy.
I mean, Corum's running. I don't know. We'll come back on Monday and be like, oh, it's so stupid. I didn't realize they were going to have 100 receivers this game. All right, fair enough.
Those are our bets. You can pick yours. Lots out there. You can bet on Jack's new favorite head coach in the NFL, whoever the Steelers are going to hire. Bam! Just put a bet in. Oh, yeah.
I even teased it a little
Take
bit.
the under.
Is that what they call it?
Yeah.
Tease?
I love Bet365.
Yeah, you do.
Seahawks -7 with an oblique to the quarterback.
It is still Sam Darnold in the big game. That's the biggest caveat with the Seahawks, isn't it?
Is this real or is this AI, Jack?
Download the app.
This is real.
Get into the game. Must be 19 or older.
If you guys want to hit on it right now.
What do you want to do? You want to do that? Tankathon?
The Chris Drury statement.
Okay.
You guys want to hit on it?
Oh,
There's
another
nothing
statement.
quite like, there's nothing that we love. And
We
actually,
love the
it feels
Rangers.
like this team does it a lot. You want to connect with your fans.
Mhm.
You want to,
Give them guidance.
yeah, feel like the fans are part of what you're doing. They love you. Just kind of keep them in the loop.
Mhm.
Chris Drury did that today, apparently.
Ooh.
As the
Craig.
Rangers are not having the season they'd hoped for.
No, sir. 2 in a row.
And it can't,
We're going to have to.
I mean, it's a lot.
Want me to paraphrase? They're going to, quote, retool the team. And that means, quote, saying goodbye to players, end quote, as part of a, quote, strategic plan, end quote.
Well done.
Yeah.
You're like AI.
There's kind of an apology in there. Hey, this is we're not up to you know what? You know exactly what it says.
Yep.
We're
Old-
shit. Wish we weren't. Sorry.
Old
Please
JD
keep buying
came-
tickets.
Old JD came down to the office
Yeah.
and said, hey, dumbass,
Yeah.
you put this squad together. This has been your plan. You can
You
go
write the letter.
apologize.
Yeah.
Remember, President's Trophy 2 seasons ago.
Yeah.
Last year, chase out some of their leadership group. Room is sour. This year, more of the same.
I don't know why this makes me laugh. Look at Neb's. It's a horrible signature. I mean, in the world of where we critique everything,
Yeah.
it's like,
What
oh,
a
yeah.
brutal
And by the way, you got a
brutal
shitty signature.
autograph. Yeah.
It's a terrible autograph.
No good.
Well, hey,
It's never a
Now,
rebuild,
without
though.
being
Always a
cheeky,
something else.
cheeky, would you appreciate that as a fan?
Yes, it's honest. It doesn't insult the intelligence of your fans.
Oh,
No, just saying. The Rangers are
Yeah.
telling you what they're trying to do.
as not a fan, because Drury had this, oh yeah, Trubs, you're gonna Barkley Goodrow.
We're gonna
Oh yeah,
wait, yeah.
the way he's kind of conducted
Kreider,
business.
push it out.
It's like, hey,
how he got his job.
yes,
It's been sour between management and that locker room for 2 years. This is not a surprise that it's happening.
I don't.
so Panarin's a UFA.
They'll trade him and they'll get a haul. Imagine him going to Florida if they got the money.
Greg said that, and I've been saying that. That's why I feel like the Flames had best get their ass. Don't be sitting on your hands here.
Carson Soucy is a left shot D. He's a UFA. I mean, would they trade Adam Fox?
Yes, I think that's.
I don't
what
think
that-
anyone's off the table, but he is the one guy that's a career Ranger and said no to everyone else.
27,
Can they trade him?
9.5 left.
Still
I think he's
very
on
good.
LTIR right now. It says
Still
here.
very good.
Um,
They just traded Keandre Miller this summer too. The room is the shits, and Drury probably has a huge hand in that with what happened last year.
I saw something. I think. It
Well, I'll
was
give
before
it
the-
JT the C.
That probably didn't help as much as you thought it would. Yeah.
Sorry, Dean.
No, it's just
Who was their big signing this summer? The defenseman.
Well, they traded Keandre.
Gavrikov.
And they brought in
Gavrikov.
Gavrikov from LA. Yeah.
$7 million per. And Shesterkin's hurt. I don't think they've won since
Shesterkin has to be sitting there going, "What in the?"
It's kind of part of the problem they've had. Wrong kind of problem. Like they've been blessed. They went from Hall of Fame goalie to Hall of Fame goalie to Hall of Fame goalie. Like Richter
It is a
to
tough problem.
Lundqvist to Shesterkin. Like they sent the letter last time, and then they signed Panarin, and Shesterkin arrives like, oh yeah, that was easy. But they should be way better than this. I don't know what's happened to Mika Zibanejad. He was scoring at like a 60-goal pace in one of those COVID years. And he's like,
32.
It's just everything
not-
feels off there, right? I don't
Yeah.
disagree that he should be
feels
declining,
off
but it
since
feels
Drury
off since Drury
started to-
started this pushing guys out.
Yeah.
With
They go to the Stanley Cup. They win the President's Stanley Cup semifinals.
yes,
We don't like you. You're out of here.
yeah,
And
it's
also,
it's the leadership core. It's Kreider. It's Trouba. It's Barkley Goodrow. who's
Kreider
won
was
2
being
cups.
referred to as Mark Messier light.
Like,
during
those are the
that
guys they
playoff
chased
run.
out of there.
You're no good. Get out of here.
And they also were fortunate when the dip hit. They picked first and second overall.
And it wasn't mega studs, but it helped. Yeah. Lafreniere and Kako.
I just want to get the update on because you mentioned that because Kreider must be done, right? He's got 15 goals.
Oh, so he's on pace for 30. Sweet.
Yeah, 6 power play goals to lead the Ducks. It's like, yeah, it's okay.
He's still Kreider.
Could you use that? Yeah.
Mom Donnie.
I feel bad because we don't like to take pleasure in others' misfortunes, but kind of.
But then we do sometimes only because.
I guess it's Drury.
I got
it's personal. I have a Chris Drury story. You want to hear
my
my Chris Drury story?
Because if it's pizza, I'll so next.
It's a lot. It's at that level. For
now,
sure.
then let's save it.
Let's
for
save
another,
it for Monday.
Yeah.
Big hook for next week.
No, we don't have lots to talk about in the summer.
Yeah, save that one.
All right, move on. Fair enough.
Tankathon?
Tankathon?
Super chats first.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Jack. Jeez.
Yelling at us.
Getting all upset.
All day.
Okay,
All
fine.
day.
Grumpy.
Super chat. Goodness gracious. Youth Centers of Calgary taking some dough here from our generous viewers and listeners.
Ted Deli Creeps.
To Deli Creeps, $20.
Love it.
Rhett, are you doing autographs at the alumni game? Flying in from
game.
Texas and need to know if I should pack my old 44 jersey.
Are you talking about the Shoresy game? I believe you must be. And yeah, I'll be there.
What do you charge for a Siggy
I'll
these
be
days?
kicking some ass.
Pack it.
I've already started. Unless I sent a few emails yesterday and they were ill received. So
How's
Did
the
they
team
give you the
morale?
boot?
So it's possible.
Yeah.
It's possible I've maybe run afoul.
You're going to get Chris Drury out of town here or what?
January 22nd, Shoresy's in town. Well, should we try and get him on? I think we should
Yeah,
try and
hell
get him
yeah.
on. I tried already. So go.
No.
Yeah.
Who? Are you
Internet?
people?
What?
No. What?
Thank you, Ted
I
Deli
will.
Creeps.
I'll be there. Bring it.
Working man, hey, working man like me, $5. Well done on the Rebiggle shirts, and no, you did not go too far. Didn't go far enough. Ha ha.
Thank you, Working Man 22.
I'm not
Hashtag
convinced.
Flamesnation. Hashtag Rebiggle for shizzle.
That's a
I had some. I was watching the game last. I'm like, we don't. What? We're mocking people, and that's maybe not the best.
Not the team, not the players.
We are trying to have fun.
Who?
Not
So,
the players.
what?
We're not mocking the players. The players are working their tails off.
Well, we
So
should
you-
mock anyone.
Credit the players.
Yeah. So who are you?
Upper management.
One person.
That's right.
So you're making it personal. You're taking a kind of a personal shot.
I'm apologizing.
If you're going to say things
I love it
publicly,
because I think it is. It could be fun, but we should have maybe.
test the waters first.
Yeah, maybe test the waters. If you want to do a Rebiggle shirt, I mean, it's funny. But then the descriptor, where it gets kind of harsh and
Yeah.
personal and specific,
The pepper.
the pepper.
Boom, would you have approved that shirt if
No.
Ryan had brought it to you?
Not
that's
with
why we
the
couldn't take it
description.
from him.
If it just said Rebiggle,
We
he
wouldn't
would
have
have.
Rebiggle
If it
shirts
said
if we were
Rebiggle,
West
yeah,
Boom.
do a Rebiggle shirt.
Maybe we should offer.
But
maybe we should have two options.
Yeah, reboot.
And I don't mind because it's
Rebiggle
okay.
for
So
shizzle.
do a Rebiggle shirt. So then, the dictionary, the descriptor,
Good idea.
fine.
Mhm.
Just don't be. It didn't
Smart.
It was a lot.
pepper.
Thank you, Working Man.
A little too much pepper on the.
They're a
shirt.
nice shirt, though.
Yes, I'm happy we did
They're
something.
arriving any moment.
Cheeks McGee, $20. Thank you, Cheeks.
I love Cheeks McGee.
How does Huska properly develop Perek Hunter?
Bristevich.
Looks like a good example of a properly developed player. What time frame should we actually see Perek as a full-time NHLer? If we don't get first pick, who do we get if we're top 5?
Go get a center. Go get Tynan Lawrence or the Maholter kid.
There's a lot there. I'll tell you, Bristevich again last night. He made a couple
He's a good
plays.
player, man.
It's like this guy. There's some poise and confidence and comfort
Yes.
there. I like him.
Yep.
This Bristevich, I like him.
You missed it. Too late.
Jack's busy looking at.
He was.
Sorry,
busy.
dude.
Looks like they're
One more
going to hire Shula's kid for the Steelers. He's a coordinator.
I don't know what. If you try to send Perek to the minors for a couple of years, we're okay with it. If that's where he needs to be, I got a feeling he ain't gonna. That's not gonna fly well.
I don't know if we'd be even. Good
I would
with
just
it.
like to see them fail at the NHL level and then say, oh, he needs AHL time next year.
No, why?
Right?
Why is it? Why? Because he set a record for points. Like, what's he done? And I'm
just
playing
think,
devil's
like,
advocate.
I
don't think he's been given the reins to do what he's good at.
Right.
But there has to be reason. It's like Drake said about Thomas, and why would a very talented offensive player be available? This doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense why they would want to hold Parekh back unless they see more than we do. They know better than us idiots sitting at a desk what Parekh is really about.
Yeah, and they also recalled Dryden Hunt for the 4th time. So, I mean, there's a trust that Huska wants from his players. I don't know that that matches with what Parekh's game is at this point. Hopefully in the spring you get lots.
So, but you're kind of catch-22ing yourself, if that's the right terminology, where we like Huska. We think he's a very good coach, but he's not good enough to coach Parekh.
No, not saying that.
They are.
What I'm saying is the style that Huska needs to play while he's trying to win with this group.
So who's right and who's wrong? I'm
not saying right or wrong. I'm not trying to assign blame here. I'm just saying, like, if you're in the last month of the year and Rasmus is gone and it's clear that you're not making the playoffs, I think you will see the opportunity we want Parekh to get on an NHL roster. And at that point, we'll be able to say, okay, is this a guy that we actually
has he done enough to earn a spot on an NHL roster?
I mean, he's outshot and outchanced his opponents in the 11 games he's played, so I'd say yes.
Has he played mostly at home?
He's played mostly at home.
Has he played mostly at home where they can put him out when they want him out?
Yeah. And he hasn't been used on power play 1 almost at all, which is crazy because that's where he could help you.
I feel like both sides probably deserve a little bit of just because he got hurt.
Yeah.
And then he came back and he got hurt again.
And he has been taking some
And
hits.
for the coach, it's like, well, would Huska, if he was playing and didn't get injured, if this was his 30th game of the season, would he have not seen the power play? I feel like he would have if you put him there and he plays well.
But coming off, this is fun, or do we have to go? But coming off a record-setting season in the OHL with nowhere to send him, did he walk in and take a spot?
No.
And was he held back? And I'm okay with either. It's conversation.
Yeah, and again, I would say, like, did Gridden take a spot or did they just choose a safer player in a different spot?
So why is it okay for Gridden, though?
I don't know that it is. It's the same, I think.
What's different is Gridden can go to the A.
Right. And that's, again, what sucks is that.
But next year, he can go to the A.
Yeah. And so we'll see where he's at in the spring because I think he is going to get played. We don't know where he's at. Last time he played in the NHL was what, November? I don't know where he's at.
I feel if the American League is an option, it changes the entire.
I agree,
scope.
And it will be next year because he's 20 and even if he's 19 next year, the rule changes. It's a really frustrating spot.
We had him penciled in as an everyday player this year.
Could have been, yeah.
But it was a conversation. You know, if what do you do with them? Because you probably don't want to send him back
start
to
the
junior.
season, and he wasn't hurt then.
What did he play? Half the games in the first 20, 25?
Yeah, but
like that's about it.
I'm arguing, and I'm.
If you want him to
step in and make a statement,
yeah, and if you want to put a player in a spot to succeed, I don't know that
could
third
also
pair
happen.
with Bean and low risk hockey is a spot for him to succeed. There's both sides. I totally get, and we'll see in the spring because I think you are going to see him. They'll play the piss out of him at some point.
There you go.
Good question.
I think we got
good question.
I think we got more super
Super
chats.
chats.
There's the lefty. Lefty. $9.99. Fellas! Happy Friday from the Mitten.
Jack, you know what the Mitten is?
Is my Igor starting to turn a corner and listen to Rhett's advice on elevating his compete level, or is it just an emo phase? Have a great weekend.
This is what he does. He shows you, and then he goes away, and then he shows you, and then he goes away. This is the story of his career.
Yeah, it's Lucy holding the football.
It's like, a wildly inconsistent player.
Hey, you know what? She's been pulling the. I can't trust her. I can't rely, but I think.
Now we got it.
Yeah, she's been holding the football here. This time, I'm going to take a real big. I'm going to take a real run at it. I think Igor is Igor. Yep. I don't know that there's a corner to turn.
What you're seeing is what he's been.
Yeah, and he's capable of more. He could score more.
He scored 30 in the league.
Can score impressive goals and shoot it a ton. So he could continue to do this. But no, it's like that Price is a lot of analogies. Holy, holy, holy. You keep it going.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a precipice always with our Igor.
Yeah. I hope not. I hope he has turned a corner. but I kind of agree with you too.
Kinda? Or totally agree?
Yep.
Yeah. Thanks, Lefty.
Well,
That's $10. Appreciate that.
Anything is possible, still, Dean.
He's back.
$5.
Will you guys be doing a second show if
I
Ras
sure as
gets
hell
traded
won't.
this
Don't
afternoon?
wait.
I will, yeah.
I don't think so.
I think we just sit here till he gets traded.
Well, then order some
Get
food.
some grub in
You want
here.
some food?
Yeah, who's going to take my kids?
Fire up some bacon and
Right.
eggs, or
Oh,
Your
my
kids.
steak
When
or
are these
whatever.
kids going to start to fend for themselves?
Not at 10,
Jesus.
but soon, hopefully.
He's a few years away.
Yeah.
I used to-
Soon, please.
I was wielding knives at that point. Back alley street brawls. Cut my thumb. My mom was so mad. Kicked my ass.
Overbearing parents, you hate that.
You better not be playing with that jackknife. I'm not. Why is there blood everywhere? Well,
I was
I don't
playing
know.
with the jackknife.
Is it the
Dog.
jackknife?
The dog. We don't have a dog.
Yeah.
The dog.
I fell in a well. Oh,
Huh?
how'd you get out?
What well?
All right. Is that it?
Oh,
handsome
Handsome Dan.
$30. That's 3 goals. If your wife took you to Europe on a vacation, which country would you most want to visit, and what would you like to see there?
Your wife took you. This happened to me last year.
Your wife took you on a vacation?
I've been
Very
to
much so.
Spain.
Yeah.
I want to see Portugal, Greece, and Croatia.
Christ is unreal.
Those are my answers, Dan.
Okay. It's a good trip. Too close, then fly over.
How?
Zip into Zagreb.
Oh, you didn't say how long we could go for.
Just stay. Good food.
To Europe?
Spit it out.
Maybe Trinidad,
Mhm. Brazil.
I knew.
Brazil, Australia. I've always wanted to go.
Yeah, scary animals, but good. Thanks, Dean.
You're welcome.
The Dutch.
Then what are the Dutch?
Or the Dutch.
Thank you, handsome Dan. Very generous.
Oh.
Jeremy Barbagello,
Barbagello.
$20. Hey, Pinder,
Mm-hmm.
what's the Flames cap situation? Do they need to spend money to get to the floor? If I was Conroy, I'd eat $8 million of Huberdeau's contract. Conroy, I would eat $8 million of Huberdeau's contract.
You're not allowed to eat 8. You can only eat half. But yeah, that would be one way to get rid of him.
I don't. Again, we get smarmy or we sound that way. Who's taking them at half?
5 and a quart with 5 years left.
I'm not joking. At this point, the way he looks,
We'll give you a problem for your problem, but you're not getting assets. Like he's a 40-something point
could
player.
you trade him for nothing if you ate half?
Not with the way that contract's structured.
If you ate half, I think you could.
You think so? It sounds. Again,
Who's
I feel
better
like we're-
in the role you're going to put him in, Coleman or him? Because Coleman makes 4.9, and Coleman's got 1 year left. This guy's got 5, and the production's falling off a cliff. And he's not a good checker. He's an okay checker.
You know what? He's good at backhand sauces to the other team.
What do you pay for that?
He's been bang on in that department.
excelling, you'd say.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And at 32, the best is yet to come.
Right.
God damn it.
We should be able to phone Toronto and fire Treliving for that contract.
Can he lose his Leafs job?
Just a retroactive punishment.
He was in cahoots. He had to have been.
You signed him. You take.
It couldn't be in the best interest of the Flames.
I'm going to sign him here, and then I'll see you later.
This was a long game that he was.
Can a player terminate their own contract?
Yeah, you'd have to agree. Why would you leave $50 million on the table, though?
He's not doing
And just healthy scratch him until he quits.
Yeah, Jack was saying send him to the minors. You can't even do that. He's got no
Can't
movement
send him the
clause.
minors. You can healthy scratch him, and you can literally say, "We're going to pay you. Stay home."
Mhm.
That was the Mark Savard thing.
Yeah.
He was healthy, making it. They just didn't play him. But then they got a trade. And that's even Ruslan Zanulin. You would, can we do that trade?
I don't think he ever came overseas.
Never did come.
No.
No.
Maybe once to Vegas with his wife on a honeymoon or something, but never came to play hockey here.
Anyway, good thought though, Jeremy. Jeremy's looking for answers.
I like
He's
that you're
trying
trying, Hamarami.
rather
Good
than
for
just
you.
bitch, he's looking to help solve the problem. I like that, Jeremy. Thank you. Billy Holden. No Hubie rant from old Bill today. Just wanted to continue to praise Backlund, and I have a feeling he was playing through an injury last season.
He's played
Interesting
through a lot of
feelings.
injuries. Yep.
And very durable of late, which was not in the cards if you saw his first 5 years. You would have been like, huh? Who?
But as
You're
we said,
pinky.
for whatever reason, the slow start this year, because it did not look
October wasn't
promising,
good.
He has
Cranked it up.
full marks to the captain on the last 20, 25 games, wherever we're at.
Sure. Yeah. Keep it rolling there, Jacko.
And you know what? Good job by you, Bill. You know, no need to rant.
Nope.
Rather than be negative, going to be positive and put some praise. Rather than put some pepper on it. Oh,
Kids.
Is this sources? So is it three-way trade? Has he
Order some
agreed
chicken
to move
fingers.
a?
Don't tell your mom. Get the fries.
I
It'll
think
be
there's
fun.
some bean salad in the deep freeze. If you have to put it in the well, we don't have a microwave because that's dangerous. So put it in the. How's it going?
Dad, I'm hungry. Can you wait 10 minutes? Well, what am I going to do? You're going to wait 10 minutes. Bye.
See,
That's the 8th call, by the way.
you're finding
Oh,
answers.
he's calling again. Look, you like that answer. Yeah.
Oh boy,
He's at the frickin' club. Just tell him to go down and
Pay
charge
for
that
some
ass.
chicken fingers.
Go
You
get
cheap
a
prick.
sandwich builder.
The
Let's
fact
go.
that he's asking has me worried about this child. There's no way my kid said, went into the locker room while I was on the bench, took my credit card and emptied out
Ran rush
the
out.
vending machine and was handing out to all of his buy free.
Yeah. No, that's exactly what this would do. That's why he's lost his privileges.
Oh, discipline. I like it. Be a hard ass. Parents are too wimpy.
I'll call him again. Man, what's something
Should
new?
I get that dog?
Should we do this here? Let's do this. This will be fun. Hello, who's this? What are you doing?
I want you to tell me what I'm going to do.
You're going to just sit and wait, finish your lunch, and I'll be there in 10 minutes, cowboy.
No.
Okay. Have fun then.
Push-ups.
Bye.
We better go. This is
Freaking poop.
I'm a freaking poop. Okay, I got to go, bud.
oh my god.
I don't worry about that one. He just needs a commission job.
Jack, have kids.
Okay, so super chats.
You're a freaking poop. Mo Fugger.
Easy. Does Forever Aflame Chris Drury know what the hell he's doing? What a mess.
It's a mess there.
That's a tough.
Well,
I
if it
don't
isn't-
know if he does know, but it would also be a tough job, and you wouldn't want to give up the job because you're probably getting paid handsomely.
Oh yeah.
But you got to deal with a guy that's.
I think he's making 10 sheets a year.
Yeah, like
I think he thinks he knows what he's doing. I
Yeah.
think he is confident in what he thinks is the right thing.
And I think he's got a bit of a loon as an owner that might not
I
be
think
easy.
the loon
but
has a
he
lot to
stirred it up.
say,
He
and-
stirred it up. This was not a quiet, calm approach. He literally put his hand in the hornet nest. Kreider, see.
don't feel bad for old Chris Drew.
Probably Drury just buys tickets to the owner's bar gigs.
Yeah,
Oh, the shitty cover
Big
band.
fan.
No, your
Yeah.
band is awesome.
Love this
Where,
band.
where are you guys doing a gig this weekend? I'd
bring
love
the
to
team.
come.
Teams like I'm not going to this shit.
What are you talking about? Next,
Is there more?
there's more. Stuart, $5. Fellas, a GD street scraper just went down my street,
Salt?
spreading salt on the roads. We need red as mayor, so we stop wasting money like this.
I don't believe that happened. There's no way it happened. It wouldn't happen. Not in my.
Not on your
fine
watch,
city.
buddy.
No.
What do they know is coming? Let's see what the weather holds here.
Farkas,
Nothing really.
head out of hoop. Let's go here.
Fellas,
Now maybe it's because
They
we've
don't
had so
use
much
salt. I
we've
thought
had so much melt. Maybe
not
it's
salt,
to
another thing, yeah.
yeah, I don't
it's
know.
walnuts.
It's because you got all that ice there, and this will help.
Yeah, if there's because now there's some big
Hey, trust me.
The big
I-
ice humps.
yeah
I think
humps.
they should throw as much
This
salt
is
as
the
they can.
15th call.
Salt's delicious.
humps.
Hey, bud, what's new? You're on YouTube with me. You're on the show. What's up?
You, I'm Timothy Jr.
Okay, we'll see about that.
That kid's having a flat fuck Friday.
He's there.
I'm
Or not
Himothy.
having one, yeah.
I'm Himothy Jr., he said. Whatever that means.
Johnson
Johnson, good.
No
Johnson, very
problem.
good. I
Promise.
didn't know that when they drafted this kid in the second round out of UConn that he'd be anything. And he's
Second
been
round defensemen
excellent.
are the best picks.
They really are.
Shea Weber was. Whew.
What about
Tim
Ramholm?
Can't
Ramholm?
drag this out. He's in.
Dean does not care.
I'm checking to see if there's a trade.
Jack's on top of that.
I'm
He
watching to
wouldn't
see
miss-
if there's
wouldn't drop it. More?
Still call.
You could, Jan Kuznetsov's good. He's going to be here for a long time.
Yeah.
So,
What do
He
you-
and
What do you think of Jan Kuznetsov?
all right, enough.
poor kid.
Unsubscribe.
It's good. Yeah, you're pushing his buttons, by the way.
Well, he's been pushing mine. He was told to wait 10 minutes.
Odd. This is the best battle I've ever seen Pinder in.
It's a lot of pepper.
Hey?
This guy's the Pepper King. He's the
Yeah.
mill.
Makes me happy.
All right.
No, we got to do the tankathon.
Oh, let's go, Jack.
Let's go, Jack. Here we
The
go.
tankathon. It is a website that's
I
been
love this.
designed. We're putting trust into it. We assume that it's real, that it's using the correct permutations and math. It takes the NHL standings and then mathematically put it all together. And this is how the NHL is going to run their draft lottery come time for the draft lottery. So
Today's
we're
our
going to do
day,
it
boys.
today.
I'm feeling
If
it.
the season ended today and the standings were what they are, the whole mathematical this and that, here's what would happen. So we have done this a number of times. The best case scenario has seen the Flames move from
Stay at
5th
third.
to 4th or stay at 4.
I think we had a 3.
4 was the highest.
We haven't been top 3.
No.
Come on.
Not yet.
This is the one.
This is the one.
This is the one.
Hit it.
Oh,
They drop a spot to 4.
God. Gary
Ducks! The
Gary
Ducks don't
effing
need another
hates us.
guy. Well, the Ducks.
The Ducks got it?
Get outta here.
Look out for the Ducks.
Ducks are going to be a wagon.
Now, in fairness, the Flames, if this is, 11.5% chance to win,
You'd need about 9 spins to get there, right? We've only done about 6.
and the Ducks had a 6.5% chance. But congratulations on winning.
What would they
We
go
need
with?
Winnipeg to fly by us here. Let's go, Jets. Figure this out.
Feels like they're kind of gonna, right?
You know, so, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, they're 4 in a row. They're flying. Yeah.
Winnipeg's going to fly by us, but those other guys just 5 and 6.
I'm worried about St. Louis.
7.
Yeah, I'm very worried about the Rangers all of a sudden. 4-pointer against Chicago.
Can we sit here till the Flames get first?
Nope, we can't, Jack. The rule is 1 a day.
1 a day,
Unless
Jack.
you
Ryan's
forget,
got
and then we do
rules.
2 the next day.
You can do
Ryan.
whatever you want in your own time. We know that you're
Okay.
a sick prick.
Yeah, you can
Gross.
either that or you go take my kids and we'll keep spinning the wheel.
Actually, you should.
So what? So now you're going to go to the
I gotta
club
hustle down.
and
Okay, go.
yeah,
You
Feed
don't
the
have to
idiots.
sit here. Just walk out.
and he can't. So
Dude, like,
the kid can't eat.
well, he's got a freaking lunchbox that he's probably half eaten, and he's grinding me for cookies.
Those are good cookies, though.
They're good cookies.
They're big.
What did you give him for
He's like-
lunch? What's in his lunch?
He had a lunchbox with snacks.
Jack's
It's fine.
dragging
He's
this
just
out. Now he's
bored.
pulling a
He's
boomer.
bored. He's being a dink.
He's being a dick.
Dink.
Dink. Got it.
He is being a dink. It's been a
Um,
tough 24 hours, that young man. He's had all screen privileges revoked for the weekend.
Ooh.
for the weekend.
He earned it.
I'll say this as a parent and as your co-host,
Mm-hmm.
it brings me great pleasure to
I know.
see you deal with all of
You're
this.
not the only one to mention that. My father, in fact, thought this was quite
I
delicious.
bet he did.
Yeah,
I bet he did.
does.
Well, Ryan,
Continue.
I guess I'll leave you to this.
You got your hands full here, son.
I love it. Jack, how was the show today?
Lots of fun, boys. Lots of fun.
shut
Have a good
up.
weekend, Jack.
See you, buddies.